Okay. I'm gonna have to extend that. It takes me like 2.5 minutes to do all of the checking to make sure everything's working. It takes like 2.5 minutes. I'm gonna have to change that. I'm gonna have to re-render a video. It's a bit of a pain. Yeah, but maybe I set it for 3 minutes just to cover my bases. Yeah, I don't know. Well, but greetings, salutations all. I see that somebody very sneaky just ended their stream right as I had finished all of my checks, right as everything was in place, just as I had said to myself, there's nothing else for me to do. No, there's not for me to do but to settle in. Nope, alas. Let me see here. That's working. We pull up a that right there and that right there. Oh baby. How you doing? How you guys? How's stuff? How's things? You doing alright out there? You doing okay? I gotta check. I gotta catch up on chat. I gotta do it. I gotta catch up on chat. Leanne, hello. Very good to have you. Retro, sir. Welcome in. Just chatting indeed. It's true. Hi, Mouth. Hello. Hydrate. Alright. Hydrate. Let's do it. Izzy. Hi, Iz. Immediately hitting you with a lurk. I'll take it. I appreciate the bandwidth. You know this. Good luck with whatever ridiculousness you are fielding at the moment. Be it a work thing or a puppers thing. I don't know. Hi, Rose. Hello. Welcome in. Very good to have you. I hope that you're well. I hope that you're feeling better. So many of you who are sick or injured, hope you're all feeling better. I hope you're feeling better. Now that I have a mind to interact tonight, my brain's been so fuzzy in the evenings. Oh, well, you do start in the morning, friendo. That's like, you burn out with the long as heck strim in the morning time. So, that makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Mouse with a disappointment pack. Okay. Okay. Moving up there. Disappointment pack for the mouse. For the mouse. Alright, got it. It's on the list. Is on the list. I had to crack some windows, y'all, because it is heckin' toasty here today. Geez, despite a persistent nice breeze / wind all day, today got up to 84. Which I know isn't much compared to a lot of you, but it's summer, like, come early, and it's only here for 2 days, which I'm grateful for, because then on Sunday, the wind is gonna come in, baby. We're gonna get, like, some gale force winds, and it's gonna blow away all the heat, and it's gonna be cold again. It's gonna be, like, 50-something for the next week, so just gotta get through tomorrow. Yeah, just gotta get through tomorrow. Anyways, it's very good to have you in. Pa, hello, Pa. It's good to see you. Welcome. How the heck you doing? Skill issue indeed. It remains a skill issue, Pa. I look in the mirror each morning and go, there it is. That same skill issue we know and loathe. There it is. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Ahmed, welcome, friend. Welcome. Speaking of people streaming for a heck of a long time, you streamed for, like, ages. How long was your stream last night into today, my dude? How long was that? MySpace top 8, that's right, Retro. We checked our MySpace top 8. We are all set. It's very good. Putting friends before frames. Very important. Serena played Apex. It was cool to watch. Did she end up playing it? That's crazy. Retro. Ferret! Hiya, Ferret. It's good to see you, my friend. Good to see you indeed. I was just looking at your name on the Discord today. Like, where is Ferret? I haven't heard from Ferret in 2 seconds, and I worry. It's good to see you. Welcome. Cap! Holy Cap, look at... Hello there, Marine. Thought I'd stop in and share the good news. Wife is finally out of the hospital. Hope you and yours are well. That's good news indeed. Congratulations to you, Cap. That's very exciting. So, like, normal amount of time in the hospital or longo amount of time in the hospital? Like, overstay? Like, I know there's a bunch of different complications, virtually none of which I'm familiar with, so I could, even if it had a name, I'd be useless to you here. But, like, normal time in a hospital. I don't even know what normal time in a hospital is. Just like, this is a good thing, is a bad thing. She's been in there for months. I know months would probably be abnormal. But I don't know. CJ number 4, I appreciate it. I appreciate you calling out Ferret. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Pound, hello, Pound. This dapper man making James Bond look harmless. That man's is counted amongst the harmless. It's true. Pound, it's good to see you. Welcome in. Hope that Weekend's Eve is finding you doing all right. Welcome, welcome. Your CJ is hanging out. Oh, how embarrassing. 7 hours or so. Long goes trim. How are the games, my dude? And are you, like, all better now? Are you done being sick? Doing okay? Fighting an off chest pain. Oh, off and on chest pain. Body hates me, so that's true. Your body does hate you. That is an actual fact. I believe that's like a medical term to describe what's going on with your body. Joiner had a good time. Oh, did you? You actually played. Nice. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, she hasn't played Apex in an age. And when she said yesterday she was going to play it, I was like, haha, I don't believe it. I thought for sure she was going to, like, pull from that. I'm glad did she have a good time? Did she actually enjoy herself, or was she kind of salty? Because I can see it going either way. I can see her just, like, putting on a positive face and being like, all right. But, I don't know. Oh my gosh. Hey, Dragon S, your Leanne's hanging out. Oh, your Leanne is showing. Maybe I want to be here twice. Hello? 108 days? Whoa, Cap. Whoa. What the heck? I am so sorry. That is... Oof. No, Cap. Oof. Okay. See, I don't know the time frames, but I know that ain't it. I know enough. I know enough to go. That ain't it. Very sorry to hear it, friend. Very sorry to hear it. But I'm glad that you're here this evening. It's good to have you. Good to have you here on the interwebs. That's, fall? Does that take us back to fall? Beginning of winter? Jeez. All right. I like a problem I can shoot at. Same. Twinsies. We played arenas. That's right. She did say that you guys were to play arenas. She asked me to play, and I was like, oof, arenas. No, I would not be a very good guest. Nope, I would be very bad. I would be salty. Nope, count me out. We won all our games but the last one. She came in clutch with the reviving lifeline. Nice. Lost one. Hey, I'm glad you guys had a good time. I'm glad it worked out for you. That's good. That's good. Sorry to go through all that. Getting out must be the best feeling ever. Take her on a trip to the beach. Love life for a bit. She can, I hope, healthy life in the future. Right, same. Well put, Pound. Well put. There's so many logistics questions. Oh my gosh. Hoprite is working in the hospital right now. She started working in the hospital since I saw you last, Cap. She's on like a sort of a regular schedule work in the hospital now. So she's there this evening. They've got her on nights. And yeah, it's something. So all the stories that I hear about the hospital, I hear some wholesome things, but mostly I hear the unwholesome things. And so I'm like, any amount of time in a hospital is the wrong amount of time in a hospital, let alone a third of a year. I know it's not an actual third of a year, but I never claimed to be a mathematician, y'all. Did you get a haircut? I had to stop myself, I almost said the dad joke. It's like training, okay? Someday I want to be a father. It's like training. That's what it is. My knee-jerk reaction has to be the dad joke, okay? I have to lean into it. But I stopped myself now. So I think I did both. I think I got an exercise, like, okay, my reflexes for dad jokes, they're good. Like, if someday I'm gonna become a father, I think, like, I'm all right, given that. Like, this is a pretty good metric to go by, okay? Pretty good pulse on the thing. But I also reined it in because right now we're not there yet. Right now, not a father. And therefore, I don't get a free pass for saying such things. I'm glad you like the haircut. Yes, I did. Hoprite and I cut my hair We do it every 2 to 3 weeks, I think. So we did this yesterday. If it's crooked, because it is crooked, it's because I messed it up. Hot Bride did great on her part, but I freehand some of it myself. And, yep, didn't do a great job. I keep thinking, how difficult would it be, like not very, to get a custom haircut machine for buzz cuts / flat tops, like pretty... Like, if you have, like, freeform hair, like a lot of you ladies with your layers and all of it, you couldn't do it with that. But with a guy with this haircut, it would actually be really simple to invent a machine that just, like, sits on your head. It has the proportions exactly ready to go. And it just immediately, it goes, shunk, bzz, done. Like, it knows where the fade is. It knows where all that stuff is. It fits snugly. And it is a custom built, you get a custom built, basically haircut machine. They take all these measurements and put it on there, and voila! Like, it cuts your hair perfectly each time with the right, like, dimensions, the right boxiness to it, the right fade. Like, how difficult, hasn't this been invented? Why doesn't this exist? Like, everybody in the military would buy this. Everybody would have this. No? Am I crazy? I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm having a stroke. Maybe this is all a fever dream and I'm not actually live right now. Maybe this is a streamer dream. I told some of you guys about a streamer dream on Wednesday. It's good to see you guys on Wednesday. Speaking of, back to watching Gus talk on Rumble now. Oh, could get up and never fall behind again in a Gus talk. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. You watched all of them, Retro? Good for you. What'd you think? It's gonna be a long road to full healing. She's still slowly gaining back feeling and movement from the waist down. I'll need some special wheels for the beach. Whoa, Cap, that's crazy. You got this. You got this. Because you must. You know that sentiment. You know that sentiment better than a lot of folks do. Because we must. You got this. Getting out of the hospital is good. It's good to be out. Good to be out. And now you can heal better. Hasn't ever been to the ocean. Oh, it's been on the list for sure. Nice. Everyone's head shape is different, right? You get a custom made. Sure, it was called a Flow Bee. Wait, there was a name for this? If Da Vinci robot surgery is a thing, robot haircuts. Exactly. Thank you, Cap. Thank you. Like a helmet. Yeah. They're getting an AI learned machine to do nails, from what I hear. Like, I don't want, like, stuff made here, stuff built here, stuff made here. Dude on YouTube, he's an engineer. He makes all kinds of crazy machines, like one that, like a basketball hoop that you can't miss, a dartboard where you're always a bullseye, stuff like that. He, like, the stuff he makes is great. He did something, I want to say it was with MatPat, where he made a haircutting machine. Like, the robot had like an arm and scissors and like clippers built onto it. Like something you'd picture from like the Jetsons, with like a bajillion mechanical arms coming out and doing this task. And it was janky and freaky and way too complicated. And I'm like, no. Don't start there. Don't start with the, let's give you a trim on your totally asymmetric, weird haircut. Don't do that. Start with a buzz cut. Okay? It figures out the side, like the dimensions of your head. It knows the curves of your head. If you've got a weird bumpy head or like a weird soft spot, or it finds all that stuff, and then it gives you a haircut for that. Then you do a fade with a low trim, and then you do like a flat top or a horseshoe, a high and tight. You do something where the hair doesn't change, where it's all uniform. That's not complicated. It's basically take like 8 clipper sets in a row, right? You put them all on like a track, and like a printer, the printer, bzz, 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 like whatever. You could just do that. They all cut. You just goes zoom, done. No. One would buy, rest would share. Oh, it's good to see you. You're totally right. That's yes. You're exactly right. I'll only use it if my AI powers it, though. Yeah. Maybe I don't want to fade all the time. Well, I do. That's what not everybody needs it, Retro. But we gotta start somewhere. Liability, yes, everything's liability. Rod wouldn't have. He likes to keep some on top to style, and he's not the only one. Sure. So you could just get one that's just a fade. All it does is the fade, and then you can do the top. Whatever you want. Whatever was within regs. I don't know. But like, this would certainly be a thing in boot camp. They just get a bunch of these and they just put you through the machines where you're just auto sheared instead of getting the three Italian dudes who were just talking to each other and gossiping about you while you were on their thing, and they shear you like a sheep and kick you along. Nah, just sit down in the chair, the machines go bzzz, and off you go. It would save them time. No. They're good. I'm glad you like them, Retro. Glad you like them. I would love to field some questions about any of them tonight. Or make something like a Camaro, but cheaper. And everyone in the military will buy it. Like a Camaro. A Camaro? Like a car? Like I want a 69 Camaro. Rober? It was not Rober. It was... I don't remember his name. But it was... oh, you mean it was Rober, not Matt Pat, who was getting their haircut? I thought it was Matt Pat. Could have been Rober. Whatever. But yeah, Stuff Made Here. It's a guy who does all the engineering in his garage. I know it was that dude. Mark E. Rober. No. Maybe he's the one who got the haircut. I don't know. It was a collaboration with somebody. Yes, I thought it was Matt Pat. Haircutter video is one of the first on lockdown. Not all heads are uniform. That's why it's a custom made for the military one. The military one doesn't need to be nice and precise because the military one would be dehumanizing is the point. So they're like, here's the lowest common denominator. You're a number. That's why the Marines would love it. That's why the Marines would love it. Guts! Hi, Guts! Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome. I hope a LiDAR scan prior to the cut. Yep. That's exactly right. It's a perfectly good proposition. Yep, you put a simple scan on it. It takes 2 seconds. It maps out the geometry of your head. Et voila. And since it fixes to your head, you can't, like, move and mess it up. It goes on like a helmet, and even if you turn, you know, it's still doing its business. You know what I'm saying? So you can't like, now hold perfectly still. Oh God, why? No, it's like on there. And it's got its like safety parameters and stuff. No. Simple. Like this is not that complex of an idea. It's not. But I don't have time to start another company, you guys. I don't have time to build another invention. I've got 3. I don't have time to patent something else. I have too much on my plate. A barber buddy who I wish was here to comment also, Marine Corps. Ah, yes, they're getting shorn. We like it, Cap. It's very fun. That's fun. It's fun. Didn't get my hair cut in boot camp. Well, in the Marines, they dehumanize you by this. This is the whole thing. You stand on the yellow footprints, you go into a room, they plop you down in a chair, you're not allowed to talk, you look straight ahead, they grab you roughly, and it's like imperfect, and you've got hair like lines, and it's like you look like a train wreck, and that's the purpose. They dehumanize you. They don't talk to you. No one's allowed to, and it's just next. So I don't know what they do with the ladies. It's over in Paris Island. I'm a Hollywood Marine. I don't know. After you get out, you either grow your hair out with your shoulder or keep the high and tight. No middle. Exactly, Pound. Exactly. That is super funny. Also, a second monocle. Fancy indeed. Pinky's out. Pinky's out for that. Very fancy. Rober made the dartboard though. No. Stuff Made Here. Stuff Made Here. It's I'm pretty sure he did everything first. He might not be as popular, but I don't know. This should be a fairly simple Google search to find out. Should be fairly easy. Yeah, he makes all sorts of stuff like that. Robert did the dartboard or the basketball or something similar. Maybe it was a waffle ball. Regardless, he made a wheelchair I want for the wife. Oh, sick. Skims! Hello, Skims! Welcome, sir. Good to have you. Good to have you indeed. Ooh. I have to schedule Gus talk when you have some time. I got you, Retro. I will actually, maybe tonight will be the night that I talk about that. Remind me to come back to that here in a few minutes, Retro. Don't let me forget, okay? I'm counting on you. Don't let me forget. Bring me back to that before we get too far away. Before we get too far off into the weeds. Feels weird to have long hair. Wouldn't know. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. Except for that time I lived in Germany, and they won't give you this haircut in Germany, or at least they didn't back the first time I lived there, because they said this is a Nazi haircut, and I'm like, what? It's a Marine Corps haircut. And they're like, no. Like every barber like got upset with me. They were like, neo-Nazi, no. And I was like, what? So nobody has a fade. Nobody has a fade. They've all got this big stupid mop of hair. And I'm like, give me a haircut. I'm paying you. They won't do it. They refuse. They have the right to refuse service or whatever it is. So yeah, when I lived in Germany the first time, my hair was much longer than this. Unreasonably long to me. Not as long as like the people growing it out down to their shoulders or whatever. I've never had hair that long in my life. And I never will. But yeah. That's right. The fancy dumpy. Look at that. Mel is, you guys look. That's how fancy it is, Pound and Guts. That's how fancy right there. Look at that. The fanciest of dumpies, okay? The pinky's out of all dumpies. Right there. Look at that cake. It's the fanciest cake you ever done seen. All the males got their hair cut. The females were not required to. Oh, anyone who didn't get their hair cut got to stand in the hallway in our line and read our Blue Jackets manual or something. Okay. All right, fair enough. Lit was the waffle vol thing. I got confused. I am also confused, right? The waffle vol. Is it waffle vol? This is, yep. Told Gus on Wednesday about that audiobook. Oh my gosh. Really glad I'm back on the 2 weeks rather than the cager. The cager? The who? 2 weeks, you says. For scheduling? I saw it was on Coffee when it went live. How did you see that, Retro? How did you know that? Did that notify you? Did you guys get a notification of that? This is good to know. I didn't know that that's a thing, if that's a thing. From the web, the first moving dartboard was created by Mark Rober, a YouTuber and former NASA engineer. Exit out. Exit out. The web would answer that way. Yeah, the channel's called Stuff Made Here. You just find the date. Binge! Wow, that'd be Binge and Downey. Binge and Downey, because he is being interviewed. Is being interviewed. Bingy's ship, it's true. Bingy's ship with a Sir Downey aboard. That's right, with a Knigget. With a Knigget with a K aboard that ship. That bingiest of ships. Good to see you, fine fellows. How the heck are you doing? I'm grateful as heck for the raid. Of all the people, my friend. Here you are doing me the kindness of raiding me. It means a heck of a lot. How did it go? How did it go? Sorry, I didn't get to bother you guys proper. Like, I didn't even get to listen to it. Which means I've got to put it on a watch later list, go back and give it a listen. Oi! Oi! Are you going to edit it down, Binge, or am I just going to go out to watch the VOD on Twitch? Just tell me so I can figure out scheduling. But welcome in, Raiders! It's very good to have you. I hope you're well. I hope you are well. I hope the stream treated you right. I hope the time zones are treating you guys okay, and that Weekend's Eve is a good one. Yeah, it is to be hoped. Welcome, welcome. We've got our piping anti-tilt tea, our tea, Earl Grey, hot. Very good, very good. I'm catching up on chat. I know, you're shocked. You're like, this guy? Behind that data. That's not a thing. I know. Okay. Gang, if you guys don't know Binge, if you don't know Sir Binge, you'd be doing me a personal kindness if you'd go find out who Binge is. And then you tell me. Oh, no, I know Binge. Never mind. Never mind, you don't gotta do the intel share. I knows. But if you've got tea... No, I know all the tea. I'm friends with him. So, guys, gotta do a vibe check on Binge. Binge is a keeper. Binge is... I have... This, I don't know that I've been able to give this praise. I don't know that I would give this praise to anybody else specifically. I've got like specific things that I'm looking at that I, that I will laud in another human being. And I don't know that I've given this specific remark about a fellow content creator on here, or another just human content creator or no. But Binge is going places. I know that's like a ye olde fogey thing to say, like I'm an old manses who's like, better keep an eye on, like, maybe, I don't know, but Binge is going places. Binge is doing it. Binge is doing it for realsies. He ain't phoning nothing in, okay? This man's is very deliberate about what he does. And it's laudable. So I'm lauding it. It's good to have you in, my friend. Very good indeed. Very good. I'm behind on chat. Again, I know you're shocked. Shocked, I says. But, yeah. I don't know. Let's see here. I just get in a fight with my Clippers, and the Clippers always win. I know, it's Skims. It's super danger. It's super danger. Faith! Hi, Faith. How the heck you doing? How is you? Weekends Eve finding you okay? You doing all right, Faith? Welcome, welcome. What are we chatting about? Nothing in particular. Just hanging out tonight. I've got a thing to tell you guys about, but it's like, it's not much. But yeah, tonight's just chatting. No proper lecture tonight because the material that I'm chewing on for all of this series is really tough, and this one in particular. So I've got a pause here in the middle between the last week, which really killed me, and then this next one, part 2 of The Lover. So yeah, just happy to be here spending time with you guys. Happy to be spending time. Lose 90% of my hair during that time. Oh, wow. It's a lot of hair. It's a lot of hair. 90 whole percent. My goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. And then Bingy ship docking at your port. We come bearing devil fruit. Eat at your own device. For the sea shall become your biggest foe. Be not afraid. We may be pirates, but we are honorable pirates. Yes, it's true. Sauce, how think you doing, Sauce? Hey, you doing alright? Huh? How's 2025 been treating you, Sauce? How's it been going? There's Binge, Sir Downey. Silver, madam, very good to have you. Very good, welcome, welcome. Now, Binge, the question that I get to put to all the raiders. You don't have to oblige me. But if you'd do some self-promo, I'd be grateful. If you'd tell us the tea, when people indulge me and go do proper real vibe checks, what is it that they will find? What do you get up to on the interwebs? What is it that you're doing these days? And question number 2 is when? When do you do it? When's your next stream? With your modified work schedule, stream schedule, all that. What's the tea? When can people go find you? Tell us. I wish to hear. But if you got a raid and fade, that's fine. I won't be offended. You've already done me a kindness, and I'm grateful. Grateful indeed. Grateful indeed. Welcome, Raiders. Yes, indeed, Bell. Hello, Raiders. Welcome to the best place the internet has to offer. What? Hit that follow button. Make the best free decision you've ever made. Dang. Pounds of paid actor. Paid actor. Where's the mod check? Where that? There it is. Paid actor. I'm grateful, Bound. That's quite kind. It's quite kind. It will be uploaded on YouTube, so yes, bet. Okay, both. The end. Checking something on coffee, and no, didn't notify me at all. Cool, good to know. Thank you for the lurk, Mouse. I appreciate you very much. Very much indeed. Binge is going places, and the place is Le Sleep. Oh, very good, Le Slaps. Good, get the slaps. There, catch them Z's, them winks. I don't know. A bunch of different words people use. Binge! If you gotta run, that's fine. Downey! If you gotta run, that's fine. How the heck you doing, sir? You guys doing okay? You and Jaeger alright? I know the stuff and things. It was good to have you on the interwebs yesterday, regardless. It was good to have you existing. Or no, sorry, Wednesday. It was good to have you on Wednesday. It was good to see your face. I hope you guys are doing alright. Hope you're doing alright. Stuff made here. Made an aiming arrow 3 years ago. Mark made his dartboard in 2017. An aiming arrow? No, it's not an aiming arrow. It's a dartboard that moves so that you throw the arrow, you throw the dart, and the dartboard moves. So you get a bullseye each time. I'm going to keep fighting on this. I'm going to keep doing it. Thank you for the kind words, my friend. Always an honor to raid into this community. No, I'm just saying true things. Just saying true things, sir. 2 Gus streams now. Same. It's crazy. Feeling crazy. I got the one to make sure things are working. And then we reclaim bandwidth over here. We don't need 2. We don't need 2. It's good to have you in 2 places, That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Accidental! Holy cannoli! Hello. Welcome in. It's very good to have you. Okay, so I'm grateful as heck for the follow. I didn't get to say this, okay? I didn't get to say this the other night. I didn't get to bother. This is Tommy, right? From over in Tommy. I didn't get to thank you proper like, but I take follows very seriously. It's my aim to earn them, accidental. Do you go by accident? You can tell me. Don't let me butcher it, okay? I'm just trying to express my gratitude. But, yeah, I take follows very seriously. Aim to earn it. Aim to earn it indeed. But welcome. Welcome. And dapper. I appreciate it. Here I am, just trying to dress in a manner worthy of you. Plain and simple. That's it. It's I dress nice because you warrant dressing nice. That goes for each of you, okay? Even if you don't see that in yourself, it's true. It's true. Downey will be doing my self promo. My schedule, Downey, you've commissioned Downey to do your self promo. Wow. All right. Schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 Pum Est. In Downey we trust. He will 100% not slander me. Okay. That's a lot of faith. We're doing okay. I got you. Where it's yep. But yeah, what we're chatting about, Faith, is not whatever's on the tip of my tongue at the moment. But the series, the serious series is on pause for this week. I will tell you guys a bit about that, update on the business, update on some stuff and things that I can share. Not everything, obviously, but some stuff. So I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. Glad to have you in, Faith. How was your week? My name is Binge. No, your name's Downey. Oh, and I love Soulsborne and Souls-likes Lies of P. But in all seriousness, I like to play some games. He doesn't like those games, you guys. If you couldn't catch the sarcasm. Binge hates those things, that's true. But people make him play them, and because they like to watch people suffer. Because humans, am I right? Am I right? So, okay. Like to play some games. Not all games, but some games. And have some chats to dig a little deeper into the background of other streamers. We all know and love. But Downey is the best. Actually, it is Jaeger, but she said Downey would be upset if I said that. Got it. So check me out at CBinge schedule here and all the insert witty content push here. Thanks for being the snazziest dressed host as I drift off to dreams of bald bearded men. That is a hell of a self promo. Look at that. That's something. That is something. By gosh, by golly. Thank you. Downey/binge. Wow. That's what Mark Rober made in 2017. 3 years ago, Stuff Made Here did it with an arrow and a target. I mean, he also did it with a basketball hoop. He did it with a handful of things, but I'm just gonna keep fighting. I'm just gonna keep pushing Mel for funsies. Wild! Wild! Good to see you, friendo. Welcome. Axe is what I've been named by communities. I like it, Axe. I like it. Accidental. It's like an axolotl, that cat that swims around in Minecraft. Very exciting, Axe. Very exciting. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. Here I am trying to welcome you on in and express my gratitude, and it won't do for me to butcher your name. That's crazy. It won't do for me to butcher your handle. Thumper! Hi, Thump. Hello. Hope time zones are treating you okay. Could not have said it better myself. But for real, I have to go to sleep. Work in 7 hours. Bye-bye. Thank you for the alert, my friend, and thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Binge is so kind with all his words. Aye. Good night, Binge, and thanks for all the fish. Downey. 2025. That's the one. All for the funsies. All for the funsies. Yeah, gang. Okay, so if I haven't had the pleasure of making y'all's acquaintance, let me tell you a little bit of some stuff and things, okay? First of all, my name is Six, or Gus, or Godfather, or Hey You, God with a Tie. It doesn't have to rhyme, but if you like it to rhyme, it can rhyme. I'm a variety streamer. I get up to a variety of things. It's right there in the name. I presently stream on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, so the next one will be tomorrow. That's on the morrow. Some of you live in the future, though. The future! It's still tomorrow. You see what I did there? But if I say it's on Saturday, you're puzzled, because you're like, but it is Saturday. You know what I mean? Okay? Pacific time. I'm over in Reno, Nevada. Reno, Nevada, you guys, where it's too hot today. It's too hot. Had to open the windows, which is crazy. But Sunday, that wind is coming. I told you, the wind is coming. It's going to knock it back down to like 50-something. 30s at night, baby. Let's go. Let's get our winter back. Let's take some snow. Gebt mir das Schnee. Ich will das Schnee. Ich möchte das Schnee. Ich will es. Es ist zu heiß, zu warm. Anyway, it's pleasure to welcome you all in. I started as a competitive Apex player. Now I'm a filthy casual playing Apex. I got to meet Tommy on Tuesday in it, thanks to Cakes. Coming off of an Apex stream. But that is not my normal, like, penchant these days. That's what I used to do exclusively. And then I realized that doing this and mouth breathing in the general direction of Bados are kind of mutually exclusive. Very difficult for me to do both. And I decided I choose you over the being excellent at a video game. So now I'm just a filthy casual. I still play it on Tuesday in it. Tomorrow night, though, is anything but Apex. Tonight are Gus Talks. Here we are. Gus talking. But tomorrow, Saturday, if you're in Pacific time, just it's like 23 hours from now, okay? Like 23 hours from now, I will be returning to and finishing Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. We nearly finished it last Saturday, and then we went off on this whole thing because of Fabulous Spective and all the fabulous humans there, and I got very distracted, which I know, shocking. I don't distract easily. I know it. But this was a special occasion. So we're going to finish Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, and then fire up The Beginner's Guide. Both first games I've never played before, obviously. I like to go in blind with these things, so that's what's going on over there. There's, yeah, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. And then the next one will be Tuesday in it with more Apex. And then Wednesday, you guys, in the Mafia Community Discord, every single Wednesday is my favorite day of the week. On Wednesdays, we get to do humaning, okay? We get our humaning reps in. It's the gym, the humaning gym. We gotta work out them humaning muscles. That's what we do on Wednesdays. I am there all day, every Wednesday, the whole day. It's like a 14-hour day for me because they're small groups that are like, they're an hour and a half long, okay? But I attend each of them back to back to back to back to back the whole day to facilitate. But the crews are their own. You pick one time, you attend that one time. So join the Mafia Community Discord, links in the usual places, and thank you guys for dropping so many links. I appreciate it. The wall of words here, all the valuable links. They're also listed in the usual places in the descriptions below on Rumble, YouTube, and Twitch. I am multi-streaming to all three of those at the moment. Yeah, so you know, rising tide raises all boats on Rumble, so make sure that you got a tab pulled up on Rumble. They have been subjected to some crazy DDoS, wild DDoS attacks today, apparently, because humans, am I right? So yeah, you know, support on there, pull up a tab, pretty darn cool. We're growing, we're expanding the offerings on there. It's pretty fun. We're trailblazing, you guys. We are setting the bar. That's what Rumble is. We're setting the bar. There is no bar. We're setting it. We're setting a new one, and it's you and me. It's you and me. So everybody who's over there right now, I'm really grateful. All of you who are in here on Twitch, I appreciate your bandwidth. So if you've got to run and you're leaving a tab open, I'd be grateful. Grateful indeed. But yeah, you can follow on Rumble. Links in the usual places again. Follow on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube. All the free things like Pound said. Be really grateful. But joining the Mafia Community Discord is the way to get plugged in and get to do life together meaningfully with the men and women of Mafia who've agreed to try doing life on hard mode. That is meaningful. Meaningful relationships. The important kind. The ones we all need. The ones we've taken for granted for so long that now that our muscles have atrophied, we're bad at them. Don't be in that camp, okay? You too can get good at this. We just gotta do our reps. We gotta do the heavy lifting, you guys. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. But yes, I am, if you're watching on Twitch, you won't see any ads. There's no ads over there. I didn't sign Twitch's terrible contract, because it is indeed a terrible contract. I'm not monetized on YouTube yet, so yeah, no ads. Pretty great. And that's because I'm brought to you by the fabulous humans who've agreed to part with their hard-won dollars to give this thing a shot at a future by subscribing on either Ko-fi or Patreon. I get to plan the future of this business based on the folks who've done that, who've sacrificed to give this thing a shot. And it's really darned cool. And I'm quite enamored of the folks who've done this thing. In particular, I have to express my gratitude to the public patrons. These are the folks who took that $5 a month to the next level, okay? That's Aki, Bootless, Dano, Leanne, Ferret, Goose, Abby, Tink, Helly, Marty, May, Karma, Pre, Rick, Zen, Ryan, Sabrina, Tier, Mouse, Trotsky, Pell, Milk, CJ number 1, and Zin. Pretty heckin' cool, this bunch. Helly, of course, the recent upgrade, jumping up to the Capos. Very excited. So if anybody sees him tonight, we've got a custom command to take for a test spin. But only if he's here, okay? Nobody cheat, nobody pull it up early. Only if we see Helly. Otherwise, it's gotta wait. Because he hasn't seen it yet. Okay? We have to get a live reaction. We have to do it. So, hold your horses. Okay? Rein it in. Rein it in. Thank you guys for dropping links. So many links. Nevada. You're exactly right, Silver. That is how you pronounce it. Nevada. You got it, friendo. What a winner. What a winner. Wow. Every single heckin' link, Retro. Okay. We're gonna need all of the links. My goodness. Wait, Beginner's Guide is an excellent game. Oh, truly a ride. Go in knowing nothing. That's exactly what I'm doing, my dude. Sleep's for real. That's exactly what I'm doing. I don't know. Patrons voted for it. Capo and above get to vote on games, you guys. So, yep, they've been wanting that one for a minute. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Yeah, all the stuff on Rumble. Look, we have emotes on Rumble. I don't have emotes on Twitch. I don't have emotes on Twitch because I didn't sign the contract, and they put the emotes behind the paywall, which is hilarious. So yeah, they're on Rumble. They're fun. I like them. One of us. Yay! It's very nice. It's very nice. Look at that. Like what? You know what else you don't have on Twitch? Freaking Perry Dumpy. That's Perry the Platypus. That's the same platypus. It's him. Perry the Platypus. That guy. Not Doofenshmirtz, but Perry, the counterpart, the foil. No, Dumpy. So yeah, I get up to a bunch of stuff. Friday nights are typically what we call Gus Talks. Gus Talks are usually a more serious time set apart because I believe the real relationships involve the silly and the serious, and that we ought to have a balance of both. So on Tuesday and Saturday, we have the silly with the gaming, the gamering, and then on Friday nights is typically a more serious content. So right now we're neck deep in a series called The Masculine Journey about best practices for the development of a boy into a man, into an old man. And we are currently in the middle of a stage called The Lover. And yeah, because Retro kindly supplied a link up above, you can find those things. You can also find them on Twitch. You can find the VODs, some of them on you can find some of the VODs on Twitch, but a lot of them will have fallen off by now. So I highly recommend go find them on Rumble. Okay, go find the VODs on Rumble. You can find them on YouTube as well. So yeah, go give the series a look-see. It'll be good. It'll be good. So okay. Let me explain. Not me. I vote from the wrong list. I vote from the wrong list. That's true. You did vote from the wrong list. That is accurate. That is accurate. Lurks about to sleep. Oh, he's here. Quick, someone do it. Someone do the thing. You know. Heli, you can't go anywhere. You can't run. Heli, ladies and gentlemen, the Heli. That fella right there. The colorful name, the red name. It's red on my screen. I think it's red on you guys. It's kind of a brick color. I don't know if that's something over there. Okay, check it out. We go, Heli. Boom. I got him. Heli. I really hope there's not a typo. Yeah, we'll do it twice. Hell yeah, we'll do it twice. Alright, everyone, look alive. One of the Godfather's underbosses has entered the chat. It's true. April 29th, 2025. This stellar Hellion I almost said Stellian, and I was like, no one's gonna get it. Opted to sacrifice still more of his time, talents, and treasures to the Mafia cause. And I say that because were it not for this legendary lad, this project might have stayed dead after the March meltdown of 24. If there exists a solution to a tech problem, no matter how obscure, this fellow will be the one to find it. Give Lil Gamer Heli a look-see on Twitch for me, yeah? Yeah? How dare you intercept my delay? I was very sneaky about it. I was very quick. I was very schmoove. I was very schmoove about it. We done it. We done it. We done it. But yeah, Heli already left. Heli didn't even see it. There's the edge. I appreciate it, Heli. I hope you get good sleep. I'm grateful for you. Someday you'll see it. Someday you'll see it. Yeah, the delay, Mel, is I still need to figure out like how to marry the two up, because there's a way to do it. I can impose a delay in OBS for the other platforms so that everything is just the same. Because if everything is a couple seconds delayed, nothing is. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, there he is. Heli is here. You. Yeah, you. What do you think? Do you hate it? Do you like it? Is it passable? Are we... I'm trying to honor you with this thing, and it won't do if you hate it.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Freya! Thank you for the follow on Rumble, Freya. I appreciate you very much. Very much indeed. My goodness gracious. Welcome. Welcome to the life. Welcome to the stuff. Welcome to the things. Over on Rumble, look at this gang. We're doing it. We're doing it, Tom, on Rumble, y'all. I said my go live tonight in the Discord. Links in the usual places again for the Discord. I said, yeah, hashtag don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'm going to keep saying that, you guys. Like, spread load, y'all. Spread load. Let's go, baby. Let's get on Rumble. So, yes, Freya, welcome. Welcome, welcome. It's very good to have you. I hope to earn it. That is certainly my aim. I take follows very seriously. And gang, if you're new around these parts and you don't know about Rumble, if you follow the links and you go set up a Rumble account, it's going to ask you a ton of information. You don't need all of that, okay? That's for like creators. That's like for getting paid. That's like for tax documents. You don't need all that information. You just need a username and a password. That's it. Username, password, done. Off you go, okay? So don't fret about all that information unless you actually plan on being a creator and earning on Rumble. Username, password, if you guys have to make an account. But that's it. That's all the stuff to me. I am pretty close on Rumble to getting to that 100 follower mark, so that we can actually get a partnership on Rumble. And that's kind of nifty. That's kind of nifty. I like. Good. I'm glad to hear it, sir. I'm glad to hear it. I won't keep you. I won't keep it. You get the sleep, okay? You get the good sleep. And I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you on the other side, my dude. My dude. Sam! Hi, Sam! Hello, hello. Doug! Hello, Doug. It's good to see you. I appreciate the lurk, sir. I hope your day's going well. I hope your stream's going well. Wait, you just started streaming? I'm like, hello? Why is there a tab here? Very sneak. Very clever girl. Clever girl. You've been at it for half an hour. What? In what world? How did I miss this? How did I miss this? My alerts don't work. That's why. Alerts are broken. It's ridiculous. Papa Bezos doesn't tell me anything. Doesn't tell me anything. I'm just sitting over here in the dark. Grateful, Sir Doug. I'm grateful. I didn't realize I didn't say, but thanks for the well wishes. Oh, yeah. Next week is going to be rough, but we will make it. Time for sleeps and all the fun that Saturday brings. Thanks for being you and helping all the folks with stretching humaning muscles. Good night, Gus. Best to you and Hop Ride, and good night, Mafia. Take care, my friend. Please do pass along my best, won't you? Oh, okay. So, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about something. Okay, there's a thing. There's a thing that I want to tell you about that I, unveiled. I don't know how Retro found it so fast. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm going to tell you some tea. Whilst, off and on partaking of my tea, I'm going to do it. Modern Air! How you doing, Modern Air? Welcome in. Hello. How's the day treating you? Time zone doing all right, boys? Yes? Welcome, Modern Air. Welcome. A queef thing. Yes, a queef thing. Yeah, we're coming back to it, Retro. See, look, I did it. I had you holding me accountable, but I still brought it back on my own. We did it. I got sleep for the pesky early shift. Have a good chat. Thank you, sir. Thank you. 07s all around. We appreciate you. Yes, we do. Nights are downy indeed. Knights of the Downy table. This fine fella. Okay, so let me tell you guys some stuff. I'm gonna miss probably a bit of chat here, but I can answer some questions about it if you desire. This is something that I talked to the bonus patrons, the public patrons, like the high level patrons, about a couple months ago now. This has been no small change. It's not all polished yet, okay? There's still some things I've got to iron out in this. In terms of stuff that is published, the written part of this, okay? The execution, nothing's gonna change. I'm pretty happy with where it is, and I've given it no small amount of thought. Okay, on Ko-fi, this is a support platform. If you guys aren't familiar with it, some people call it Ko-fi, but it's literally like their theme is coffee. Like, it's not lo-fi, they don't do music. Like, if they did a lo-fi, like, music thing on the side, and there was coffee, maybe they'd call it Ko-fi, and that would be like, but that's not it. It's coffee, okay? Coffee is Ko-fi. All right, coffee. Back when they first started, it was like a tipping sort of thing where you got to circumvent Twitch taking 50% of your money, and it was buy someone a coffee. That's what they call it. You want to buy someone a coffee. Everyone will put that in their description. Say, hey, if you want to buy me a coffee, here's my link. That's it. So it's coffee. It's not Ko-fi. Anyways, coffee. Coffee allows you to have a shop. Okay? Coffee allows you to have a persistent shop where you can sell items, either physical items or... Sorry if I ruined it for you. You're fine, Retro. Yeah, I was not quite prepared to discuss all of the details about it, but that's fine. Now is as good a time as any. Okay. This is something that has been requested for a while. Not precisely in this form, but this is going to be a change on my channel. Okay, this is going to be a change. So you guys are here hearing this for the first time. Yes, the bonus patrons knew about this months ago as I've been deliberating about this, excuse me. But that's because the patrons, especially like the higher up you go, the more access you get to this business, the more behind the scenes stuff that you get to hear. A lot of the planning, you get to see around the corner, okay? See around the bend. So you know what's being thought up, what's being cooked up, and what's tossed out, what's kept, what's modified. I get to have say in it. I bounce ideas off of y'all, and I value your input greatly. So to all of you who've been present for these talks, thank you for the bonus talks, the once a month bonus talks that the Capos and above get to attend. This was a family call, I believe, family and above chat that I had where I talked about these things because it has to do with some serious stuff. And that is my time. For those of you who are new around these parts, you probably haven't heard this. The veterans of the Mafia community definitely have heard this. You guys know that I am perennially behind on DMs. You know that I'm perennially behind on all manner of correspondences. And that if I am in your chat, if you are a content creator and you're streaming, I never get to stay in chat. I never get to just hang out and talk to people. That's not a thing that I get to do. I just don't. And that's because I'm super, super busy running this business. Now, I've got a couple dear friends, IRL, a couple that we go and see from time to time, one of my old Marines and his hot bride, and we chat about all manner of things, but we chat about business as well, because she started her own business, like mine, very different business, very, very different business, and we were talking about our time and how difficult it was to get together, and how we couldn't really schedule stuff because of my lack of availability. Again, you veterans of the Mafia are very well familiar with this, and you know that whenever somebody asks, hey, we can play video games. No, I cannot. I apologize. Thank you. I appreciate the offer. I truly. We can do a collaboration. Nope. I'm really grateful. I'm grateful as heck for the opportunity that you would think of me. Nope, can't do it. Hey, would you do this charity something? Would you do this outreach something? Would you do this extracurricular something? Would you do this IRL thing? Nope, and nope. Can't do any of them. I don't have the time. Now, this is... by way of explanation here, I'm going to tell you guys a bit of what I talked about with the patrons. Okay, not much. I'm not going to go into all the nitty gritty. Most people do not care, and I don't want to bore you. But the very short version, okay, I'm going to truncate it all down for you. The very truncated version of all of this is I will now be offering the opportunity for someone to purchase a one-on-one Gus Talk. Okay, that's now a thing. It's on Coffee in the Coffee shop. You can purchase a one-on-one Gus Talk. We'll schedule a time. All the details are on there. You can go find it. There's even a link, a command that you can punch in. I think it's just !Gus Talk. And it'll take you to the shop where you can find that information. And this is because my time has become increasingly not my own. And I want to give my time to each of you. I want to give unlimited time to each of you. I wish that I could have a one-on-one conversation with all of you about the things that are bothering you, all of the stuff that is happening in your life, the stuff you're wrestling with, the stuff that's like really upsetting. Celebrate the wins, whatever's happening in your world. I wish that I could give you that kind of time. Right now, the structure that's in place for me to see you guys at a more personal level is the rendezvous, okay? That is the Cosa Nostra rendezvous, or the CNRs as we call them. Those happen on Wednesdays, okay? Those are free to join. You can go into, again, to the Discord, find the bonus tab, the events tab, and go in there and find a time slot that works for you, all right? There's a handful of offerings with at least one space available. Not many. The 7 Pum crew, 7 Pum Pacific time, has a few more spaces, but many others are pretty full. So find a spot while they're there. Get on the ground floor while you can, and then take advantage of that time. Take advantage of that time because it's quality time spent with quality people. That's what it is. I'm just a facilitator. I am not the main event. I'm not a main character in this thing, but I am a character in this thing. But some of you have specifically said, Gus, I'm not opposed to community. I'm doing this thing with community. That's neat. But Gus, I want to talk to you about this. How can I? Okay, historically, past couple years now, I have tried very hard to make the time to meet with some of you, okay? And I have given you a couple hours of my time, And I have tried very hard to be a benefit to you, to be a value add proposition, to be a good listening ear, to be a voice of counsel, as that's what lots of people want, is my opinion. Me to weigh in on something, some decision, some fork in the road in their life, some series of decisions that have landed you in a particularly bad place, whatever, some sort of something. People want me to weigh in, and I say the word a lot because it is the right word. I am humbled by this. I do not think that my counsel is worthless. It's not. But the thought of having somebody say, Gus, I want your counsel, that's quite a vote of confidence, and I take it very seriously. That said, there are lots of people now pinging me, and I'm grateful, really, really grateful for that. But I've had a lot of people ask, hey, can I, bend your ear just on a random day when you have time? There is no random day that I have time. Even if you're flexible, and I appreciate that flexibility, and I appreciate the earnestness, truly, it sounds ridiculous of me to say, I cannot. I don't have the time. I don't have a spare minute. I don't have a spare day. I don't have that anymore. I work 70, 80 hours a week right now, and I'm working on changing that. I'm trying very hard to offload things. That is all stuff that's in process. We're not there. I had some very wise counsel myself, of friends, mentors who spoke to me about this, about me devaluing my time and treating it as if it were worth nothing. The consequence of which is I end up treating all of y'all's time as if it's worth nothing, because this time needs to be spent growing this business, needs to be spent doing the things that I'm good at with this. I'm not good at, for instance, simple, easy example. Any of you who have done any sort of content creation, perhaps, or you run your own business, some sort of entrepreneurial side hustle of some kind, you'll definitely understand this. You'll appreciate this, okay? I can do business taxes. I have done my own business taxes for the past several years, at least as long as I've been doing this. I've been filing my own business taxes. I keep meticulous records, all the receipts, all of the this and that, lots and lots of stuff, okay? And I've done all of that myself. I know how to. I know my way around QuickBooks. I shouldn't be doing any of it. It's great to start. It's great to know what goes into it. I never want to ask somebody to do something that I'm not willing to do myself, if at all possible, okay? Unless something's super hyper specialized, I would never ask you to do surgery on me because I don't know myself how to do surgery. Okay, there's outliers, obviously. But in this case, I wanted to understand business finance. I wanted to understand the taxes. I wanted to understand the filing and the record keeping and all that jazz. But this is a simple one. I cannot afford that kind of time to do all that. As it gets bigger and as it gets more complex, as the business expenses change, I ought not be doing that. Why? Not because it's beneath me, not at all, but because you are worthy of me. Because someone else is good at that. Someone else is good at bookkeeping. Someone else is good at taxes. Someone else whom I could outsource to, whom I could pay to do these tasks that they're good at, that they like doing, that they can do faster, so that I can do this. Right now, I don't get to do this properly. Every message you guys get from me, every one of you who's received a DM from me has probably received a DM that starts with, I'm sorry it took so long to get back to you. The week's been the usual sort. Every single one of you who's DM'd me has probably heard me say that. And I don't want that to be the case. I need to be offloading a lot of things because my time isn't free. My time is valuable. And that's not me patting myself on the back. It's trying to have a healthy approximation, a healthy valuation, healthy appreciation for my work, for what it is I do. This isn't valueless, and I need to stop treating it like it is. So, for those of you who absolutely, the demographic for whom this applies to are probably people who are in the mafia, who've known me for a while, have decided perhaps that I've got something valuable to say or an insight that would be useful to you, something, okay? Probably not some random person on the interwebs, probably not. But if you know me and you know this project, you know that I'm unable to part with my time. This is a new offering on the coffee shop, which means that now I will absolutely set aside the time. Now you will get dedicated time. Now you will get a dedicated sit down to talk about whatever the heck you want. You can read all the details on there. I don't know how often I will plug such a thing, because again, I don't think that this applies to most random people off the internet who have never met me, have never met anybody here in the Mafia, okay? But for those of you who say, no, I understand that he has no time. This is a way that you have my time. This is the way that I can justify it. By monetizing it. By actually like having a fair approximation of it. Now, I have had no small number of people say that I undervalue my time. Still, despite having now created this thing. They say that the price tag should be much, much higher. I want to strike a balance, if at all possible, because I still want to spend time with you guys. I still want to. Okay? So at my insistence, there are a couple different things on there. I encourage you, if this is you, if you for some reason want time, okay? If you for some reason want time with me, a couple hours of my time, my attention, my undivided attention, you can have it. Okay? You can go follow that link and you'll find it. If that's you. I'm grateful. Grateful for your listening. Grateful for your hearing all of this. And humoring me. I know this doesn't apply to a lot of folks, but thank you all the same. It really means a heck of a lot. Rick! Thank you for the lurky lurk. I appreciate you. Appreciate you very much. Very much. Also, Boom! How you doing? Boom! Yeah, how long are these streams of yours? This dude is doing like a streamathon sort of thing. This dude's been streaming for a minute. A minute, my dude. I was like, wait, Boom's still alive? What the? Good to see you, Boom. Good to see you. Oh my gosh, a floating gifted. Mel? It's not gonna pop until someone claims it. But hey, if you guys don't have a sub over on Rumble, there's all of you watching on Rumble right now, or on Twitch, or on YouTube, whatever it is, okay? If you don't have a gifted sub yet, if you don't have a subscription to the channel on Rumble, you can get one right now. Mel gifted one, that sweetheart. So there's a floating sub over there, okay? You have to type in chat is the thing. You can't just sit over there and have your bandwidth. You gotta say something in Rumble chat, and it'll count. So, first person to do it, it's gonna be like a first come, first served sort of deal. If you want a gifted sub on Rumble, just say something in chat on Rumble. Not on Twitch, it won't work on Twitch. You're gonna say on Rumble. And then an alert will fire off and we'll know that it happened. So go ahead, pick up your sub, and Mel, thank you. As ever. Far too kind. Far too kind. How like you doing, Mel? You tired? She's like, yes. Always. Always tired. Okay. There was more for me to tell you guys about. Oh, right. Okay, there's kind of a big thing. It was kind of a big thing that I was going to tell you about. Was a change in my sleep schedule. Not my streaming schedule, my sleep schedule. All right? My streaming schedule is remaining the same. It hasn't changed in years. I don't want it to. Hello? $22.5 donated to Hot Bride. Huh? Thank you, Yay. I appreciate the tip. That's no small thing. This project has a future. This business has a future because of you. I'm grateful. Grateful as heck. 22.5 minutes to Hot Bride. What does that mean? Well, she's not here. Oh, it's a call for chair. Yeah, no, she's not here. She's working tonight. She's in the hospital tonight, alas. But yeah, I'll tell you guys some stuff. Spirit, hi, Spirit, looking suave as always. Thank you, friendo. I appreciate you. Yeah, I thought this one was kind of fun. I don't think that I've ever done this combo before, but I like it. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't, but I really like the black on black in here. The black tie with the, I don't know. What do you think? You like it? I'm a big fan. I think it's fun. It's your keeper. It's your keeper. How you doing, Spirit? How's your day going? Doing all right? But yeah, if you guys want a gifted sub, go find one on Rumble. Go do it. Huh? Is that the math? Is that the breakdown? Is that... Is that the... I'm not a mathematician! I'm not a mathematician. I'm sorry. Oh God, I don't know things. I'm bad. I'm sorry. 3 minutes is a quarter of 90 minutes? But it's... Is it? Oh, it is. Oh. Yep. My brain was not breaking it down by 90. My brain was breaking it down by 1.5. Got it. Thank you, Leanne. Actual mathematician, this one. Actual mathematician. Okay. Sore AF. Busy week. Everything hurts. Getting a workout in. A proper workout in. Not just a humaning workout, which you did on Wednesday. Now you're doing a physical workout, too. Getting all the stuff done. That's, it's got a name. It's called, NEAT. It's an acronym for, like, non-exercise activity something. It's an acronym for, like, just day-to-day stuff, the stuff that we do when we move about, that counts as a workout, like being Italian, you know, with your arms and your hands, and this is technically an exercise that costs calories, and all the movement, adjusting in your chair, this and that. But it's beyond that. It's not just the passive type stuff. It's the doing laundry, emptying, loading the dishwasher, washing dishes, mowing the lawn, handling children, pick up your kid, you know, toss them in the air, whatever. All that is a workout. And so I believe the acronym that they use for that is NEAT, N-E-A-T. A non-exercise activity or active, it's like, I don't know, something. Perpetually tired, yes. Donut be perpetually tired. Donut be perpetually tired. So, okay, the schedule. My sleep schedule has changed for right now, you guys. Hot Bride is on nights. Many of you guys know this. She's working for the hospital now, and she is, like, finishing up her orientation. Like, sort of now. There's still a month of classes for working at the hospital. It's very annoying. The hospital has, like, ongoing classes all the time. But for orientation, it's, like, 4 months of, like, classes. Like, you just finished nursing school with this, like, the hospital is, like, tethered to the university. What don't they know about work? Whatever. Anywho, so she's got classes in addition to her work schedule. Her now working full-time as a nurse in neuro. She works on people's brains. It's very interesting. But that schedule is nights. And that makes it very difficult for me to see much of her right now. And because she doesn't like flip-flopping her schedule, and I don't want her to do that. I don't think it'd be very good for her to do that. She does not do well with the change. Once she settles in, we've done this before for the military, her and I both. Once she settles into either nights or days, whether it's a super early morning or a super late one, whatever, she can adapt. But if it's flip-flopping, she does not do well with the flip-flopping. So she is staying on a night schedule. This is news to... I haven't really talked about this with anybody. But she's on nights right now. So she doesn't wake up until like 4:30, pum. Okay? And then she has to basically get up, get dressed, pack her lunch, drink the coffee that I made her, and then get dressed. Because she leaves for work at 5:45. Okay? So I get to see her for roughly 2 hours right now before she leaves for work. Now, if I did nothing, if I didn't change my schedule at all, if I did not adjust in any way, all right, then I would not see very much of her. Right now, her schedule is fairly haphazard because she's still got a preceptor and she needs to be on the preceptor's schedule, which is haphazard is a good word for it. It's ridiculous. But it means that I just wouldn't see very much of her. As such, I have shifted my sleep schedule to be more in line with hers. Not totally aligned with hers because my schedule won't allow it. Not entirely. But I have shifted my sleep schedule to be, if I seem tired or distracted this week, I don't know. That's because I've been shifting my sleep schedule later and later, actually for the last like week and a half now. So I'm like, I've ended several streams saying Hot Bride is here and I want to go see her. Right. So now that she's not asleep when I get off stream, you know, I want to see her. I want to go spend time with her. So I'm doing that. It's also the middle of the night is like when I'm getting chores and stuff done now. So I'm not exactly on her sleep schedule. Again, I can't be, but I am staying up significantly later than I'm used to right now. And then waking up significantly later than I'm used to. So I've told you guys before that my morning routine involves no technology. I stay away from the computer, I stay away from the phone, I stay away from whatever. I've got my quiet time in the morning, okay? I read, I go catch some vitamin D, get some fresh air, all that. Work out in the morning, and all of that is before I get to technology, okay? Usually, my morning routine meant several hours of that, and then I'd get on the internet like 11, maybe 11, maybe noon, something like that. And those of you who I know stream in the morning, that's like Leanne here, that's Dragoness, for you guys who aren't familiar, Dragoness, that fabulous human right there. And Sir Boom, I don't have his name to point to, but he's somewhere. That jet gentleman is always afoot, that actual fine fellow. Those of you who I know stream in the morning and have a regular stream schedule. Sorry, this doesn't apply to the folks who haphazardly stream. I can't plan around that. But those of you who have a consistent schedule, I just pull up the tab the night before. In many cases, sometimes I forget. But I pull up the tab the night before. That's what I've historically done, and that way I'm there when you go live. You've got my bandwidth, take care of people. So that way I'm not at the computer doing technology things, but right now I'm sort of adjusting that a little bit. I'm pulling up tabs as I remember, as I'm able. But I'm not getting to the PC. I'm not getting to the internet now. I'm not getting to DMs, even on my phone. Like, I'm not answering Discord, whatever. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm not seeing things until, like, 2 now. Which is weird. I'm just saying. My sleep schedule has changed some. And this is the consequence. The consequence is I don't, the whole thing has shifted. So I apologize for being even less timely on things that are happening during the day, during the waking hours for most of you. I don't know. My sleep schedule's wild right now. So I'm staying up much later. I'm still adjusting to it. But yeah, now you know. Now you know the tea. That's the end of that's the whole thing. Yep. Goodbye. Oh. Hi, Jack. Good to see you. Tucked in. Who this guy with the time? Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Scrum Tush time zones, I hope. Scrum tushing and such. Good. Excellent. We love to hear it. How many people do you think Superman killed growing up discovering his strength? A few, Pound. A few. But I'm guessing it was probably maybe just one. I'm guessing one. Because once he did it once, he was like, oh no, and then never again. I think one. Puppy sitting all week and bulk grocery shopping sore. All over. Got it. So still on alert for communicable illnesses from the hospital. Absolutely, Leanne. We're always getting those. She's always bringing home something new and novel. I've always been amazed at those who can flip it at will. I had to stay on nights, even my days off. Yes, and that's what she's doing, Mel. Yeah. Staying on nights, even on her days off. So, yep. That's really sweet. Well, I like her, you know? Naps are the best. I can't nap. I don't have the time to nap. I already don't have enough hours in the day. A nap is not an option for me. If you can start a napping routine, no. Can't do it. Nope. At 30 hours now, oh my gosh. Sleep! Some of you need sleep. Jack wants a disappointment pack. All right. This isn't enough disappointment for you, my guy. All right. Get it. 3 disappointment packs. You're up to 3 disappointments, Jack. It's crazy. Remember back in the day before the internet when you never had to plan time to stare at your phone? Those were good times. Yeah. Indeed, Pound. Indeed. Yes, right now, it is the opposite, of course. As evidenced by your words. Yes, now we have to schedule time away from the phone, from the technology. If we don't, you slide into the default with it. That's not, a condemnation of all technology. I'm not some Luddite out here, but, we do need that quiet time. We do need time still reading books. We do need time humaning away from the tech if it's at all possible. Stretch! I go silent now. Love y'all. Bye! Oh my God. stretch. All right. All right. We're gonna stretch out. Just a quick up down though. I ain't finna pedestrian it all over the joint. Ow. Ooh, but yes, my workout this morning was pretty brutal. With legs in particular. That's smarts. That is uncomfortable. We don't love it. We don't love it. Oof. Nope. All right. Quickly, shake out your legs like you got a dog attached to them, okay? Shake out your arms like you got dice up your sleeves. And then we settle back in. That's it. And then we bring down the lights. Bring them down, bring them down, bring them down. Bring them down. There. Right there. Good. Good. Much better. Much more intimate. All right, the blood is moving. The blood be moving. Now I kind of have to go to the bathroom. Kind of made me pee. I gotta get up and go to the bathroom. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna sit here. We're gonna suck it up. We're gonna suck it up. But grateful for you trying to keep me alive and healthy, Spirit. I appreciate it. If I go out with the family, I started leaving my phone at home. And it's just amazing. I love that for you, Pound. That's super cool. Super cool. I know that like there's some businesses that do this. I heard that Chick-fil-A. I like don't have a Chick-fil-A like in my life. I've never had one historically, so I've never even had Chick-fil-A. But I know people like Chick-fil-A. It's like a whole thing. I think that one time I was gonna get to go to Chick-fil-A. I was at an airport, but they were closed because it was a Sunday, and I was like, "It's an airport," and they were like, "Yeah, they're closed on Sundays." Oh, all right. I guess I won't have Chick-fil-A. So I've never had Chick-fil-A. But I heard, I could be totally wrong. I think it was them. They did a thing where they put cages on the table, like a little Faraday cage. On the table, and they say you put the phone, the whole family puts their phones in there, then you get like free food. You get like something like a free something if the whole family puts their phones in the Faraday cage. Like, nope, you guys are gonna human, you guys are gonna do family time, and you're not gonna be on your phones. Like, I don't remember, that was years ago now. Maybe they got rid of it, maybe it was a short time promotional deal, I'm not sure, but I heard about that and I'm like, okay, that's sick, that's very smart, very good. Very good. Yeah, we need more of it. We need more of it. Like I said, we gotta be deliberate. That's why I push the rendezvous, you guys. That's why I push the CNRs on Wednesdays so much. It's because that's the time we get our reps in. That's the time we actually get to human proper. Put a face to the name. Talk about all the stuff that's happening in your world. Have people to process life with. Have someone to be there for the highs and the lows of life. It's absolutely necessary. We need it. We need it. We die without it. So Wednesdays are the place to do it. And my incessant encouragement to y'all is do it before the storms come, okay? Get plugged into community before the storms come. Do it before your world is coming tumbling down. Do it before everything is in ruins and shambles around you. Be in community then, when life's okay. Then when the storm comes, you don't go looking around, who do I have? No, who's my emergency contact? I don't know anybody. No, you got people. Find people, okay? The gold standard is, of course, having an in-person, real community that you see face-to-face, that you can physically hug, have that community. So if there's a physical need, they can also be there, helping move, helping, go pick up a car, whatever. From the mechanic, this is something that Hot Bride and I just had to do. It was like, all right, we were able to manage it with ourselves, but with the sleep schedule change, it was awfully funny trying to get to the mechanic at 8 a.m. And I got a buddy who offered to do it, but he's on the absolute opposite side of town. And I'm like, nah, dude, you're fine. You're fine. We got this. Hot Bride is sleepy driving the car. I'm like, do you want to drive the manual or the automatic? Because I don't know. Which would you rather? The manual is more involved, right? It requires your active participation. She's like, no, I don't think I could coordinate. She did it on an hour and a half of sleep, and she's like, I was like, we'll get you home and sleep. It was adorable. It was adorable. But yeah, I do it. Eye drops. I do need that. I do need those, Spirit. Keep it moving is good. Yeah. That's amazing and a wonderful idea. I love it. I know, Pound. It's super good. More people should do it. More people should do it. But that's kind of. Oh boy. Oh, gee. Okay. Wow. Okay. No, that was a nightmare. Oh no, I hate it. Oh, that was awful. Oh, we hates it. I'm drowning. Oh. Is this out? Yeah, it's pretty darn okay. I'm like, those weren't like real drops. It was like, just like bubbled. No. Oh, no. That was a disaster. That was whatever. We need it. We need the refresh eyeball system. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate it. Ugh, the new mechanical eyeballs appreciate you. Oh, we get to see things. But yes, Pound. This is one of the things I talk about with the rendezvous. Is they're not for like during the rendezvous on Wednesdays. There's no gaming. There's no streaming. There's no whatever. It's like this. This is the thing that we're bad at right now. Everybody's multitasking right now. Everybody here is multitasking right now. You're hearing me out of the side of something else, perhaps. Maybe you're engaged, but you've got something else. Like there's more than one thing happening basically at all times in our lives. That's just, I'm included in this. That's the nature of the beast today. It's what it is. But if we're careful, if we're deliberate, if we make a conscious effort, we ought to have moments where it's just human. Don't be on your phone. Don't be on a different tab doing something else. I got called out for this on Wednesday because on Wednesday I was fielding something over to the side and the CNR crew that I was there was like, Gus, are you being distracted? Hey, stop that. No, bring it back. They're right. I was like, but this is important. And they're like, no, this is important. Ooh, you're right. For 90 minutes, I'll be fine. So will you. Very important. Put the phone down for 90 minutes once a week. You guys can do it. I mean, unless the phone is how you turn on your camera. It's how you attend to the CNR. You've actually got your phone. In which case, don't set down the phone. You need the phone to call into the Discord call. It's ironic. Keep Gus working correctly. It's true. Love the videos of friends going out. First one to touch their cell phone has to pay. Yeah, I know those ones, Pound. I know those ones. That's funny. You can sort of game them, which is why I wouldn't do such a thing. But the spirit of it is correct. The idea, the heart behind it. It's a good one. I'm with you, Pound. I'm with you. It was KFC rival chicken. Really? It was KFC that did that? Okay. All right. I know of several friend groups that implement the first to look at their phone pays rule. Okay, you've heard of that too. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. I could have sworn it was Chick-fil-A because I was like, dang, the one place I've never been. I mean, I don't go out to eat anywhere. Like, I haven't in memory. I don't even remember the last time I went out to eat at like a actual chain. I'm sure I have. Like, we've traveled, you know, and that's what you do. But yeah, I can't remember the last time I went to like certainly KFC. I think I probably had KFC last when I was a kid. So a minute ago, 2 minutes ago. But yeah, we now we've been really clean with our eating and food and our exercise this year. Hot Bride and I both. Many of you guys, again, veterans of the channel, have heard we are doing a health reset this year. I've just sort of been like, I've been maintaining quite a lot over the years, but I'm like, okay, I need to find out, as I've gotten a little bit older here, I need to find out what baseline looks like. What does baseline health look like? Baseline exercise and diet. Like, where's neutral for me now? What's good? And I, you know, on Friday nights here had drink, smoke, and cigar. Every Friday night, I have my Monday Night Men's group, which is whiskey and cigar. I said smoke and cigar. It's whiskey and cigars. So several times a week. And I'm like, all right. So I'm going to give up drinking and give up smoking for like 6 months. This was the plan. Starting with the first of this year. It wasn't like a New Year's resolution or whatever. I'm not like, I don't have a habit of these things. It's not like something I got to quit. But as I get back to super healthy baseline, we doubled up our workouts, both of us. And I cut out anything that was bad. I've cut out like basically all sugar. Any added sugar in anything. We've been pretty strict. We've been pretty careful about a lot of stuff. And so I told some of you guys last week, heard this, that there's a vest. My first vest. I think I said this last Saturday. I probably talked about this on Saturday. There's a vest. The very first vest I ever owned from H&M. And it's a nice vest. Really nice vest. Good construction. It's comfortable. I've got it hanging right over there. As a reminder, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it out of the corner of my eye all day long, staring at me. And I said that by summer, I want to be able to fit into that vest. So yeah, being pretty careful. We're making all of our own food now, everything from scratch. Hot Bride just learned how to do sourdough and all that. So we've got sourdough starter, and she's making loaves of bread. And gasp, it's like Europe, where you can eat a loaf of bread and not get fat. It's crazy when you make everything proper like. So yeah, all of our food now is like super clean. So we don't go out to eat very much. We do tons of fun and healthy cooking here. It's also a fun thing for Hot Bride and I to do together. She just told me yesterday, actually, that one of her favorite things about me is that I cook. She says that's why she married me, because I made her a breakfast burrito that changed her entire life when we were dating. But yeah, I'm a cook. I'm a chef, and I take all that very seriously. I'm pretty good at it. So we do a lot of clean eating here. The consequence is I've lost 14 pounds or so, which is pretty cool. That's pretty, like, that's what I wanted to be at. It's not like I've got, like, 100 pounds to lose, but I had 15 pounds to lose. So if I lose 1 more pound, I'm kind of like where I wanted to be. That's what all my suits were tailored for, incidentally. 180 pound version of me. So me at, oh no, I've lost more than 14 pounds. Wait, I've lost 19 pounds. I've lost 19 pounds. I'm like, wait, that's not the right math. Yeah, so I was pretty close to 200. That's the most I've ever weighed. I weighed like 199. And I'm like, nope, absolutely not. And I couldn't fit in a couple of the suits that I own. I couldn't fit in them. This is the nice thing about tailored clothes. They hold you accountable. So yeah, I was like, nope, we're losing it all. So I've lost 19 of those 20 pounds. And all my suits fit again. Okay, one of my suits was tailored for me at like $170. Okay, I'll never fit in that suit again. I don't need to. It's already breaking down anyways. So that one is super uncomfortable for me to wear. I can button it all up, but it's uncomfortable for me to wear. But this vest was also like 170 pound version of me. I can't fit in it comfortably, but news to some of you who have been asking, I can now fit in that vest again. I almost wore it tonight, but it didn't go with the suit, obviously, so I didn't want it. But yeah, I fit in it. I can button it all up, and since it's a nice vest with sturdy construction, good buttons and all that, good thread, it's not gonna break, and I'm not gonna like knock out lights and break monitors by popping buttons, but I can fit in it with a shirt underneath, because it's not just can you fit in the thing, you have to have a shirt underneath, right? That's how you wear vests, so you gotta fit a dress shirt. And it works, it fits, I can button it all up. I'm not comfortable wearing it, but I can fit, and that's pretty cool, gotta say. So, yeah, I think if I lost 5 more pounds, which I'm not looking to lose 5 more pounds, but if I lost 5 more pounds, I could probably fit in it fairly comfortably. So anyways, it's possible. It's possible to do it, you guys. Sabrina! Hello, Sabrina! It's super good to see you. I'm glad to hear that your vacation was fun. I'm glad to hear that you had a good time. And I'm glad as heck to have you back. Very cool, very cool. Duckling! Hi, Duckling! It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Have you seen what old bread starters sell for? No, Pound. This is the market. I did not know that there was a market for such a thing. I don't know. The couple friend, incidentally, that I mentioned earlier, one of my old Marines and his hot bride, she introduced us to this whole thing. She made her own sourdough, and she gave my hot bride some starter from hers, which she had going for a while. I want to say she'd had it for like 2 years or 3 years, and she got it from a friend who had hers going for, so I hear that it's a thing that people pass them along, like this is like heirloom. They call it heirloom starter. I've heard that term before, so I know that this is a thing, but I didn't know people sold them. So no, I'm not familiar with it at all. I am a terrible helper with her. I don't like working with the dough. That's all gross. No thank you. I don't like slimy or sticky texture thing. Not a fan. So she loves doing it. She's not like put out that I don't want to help do the bread. She wants to do it. She likes doing it. Anyways, yeah, it's a world with which I'm completely unfamiliar. So, do you know? 180 sounds amazing. I need to move more. 215. Yeah. Like, on the days that I don't want to work out, you set an alarm for 20 minutes on your phone and just do whatever workouts you can. That's it. You do some push-ups until you're tired, okay? Take a breather for a couple seconds, go do some pull-ups for however many you can. Stop doing that. Take a couple deep breaths, a swig of water. Do some leg calf raises, okay? Until you're tired and you can't do anymore. Okay, cool. Then you go do some dips. Do some flutter kicks. Do some Bulgarian squats. Do some curls. Pick up a rock. If you don't have weights, pick up a gallon of milk and do it, okay? You can do this. You can do this. Body weight stuff. You don't need weights, but I happen to have weights, so I use the weights. But yeah, pull-ups, push-ups, do some high to low planks, all the planche progression type stuff. So yeah, I'll just do 20 minutes of like whatever my body can handle and then be done. It's efficient. Efficiency. Nice, well done. Thank you, Mel. Thank you. I've been trying. Twinkles! Hello, Twinkles! I was a teenager last time I weighed. I want to say the last time I weighed 170, Twinkle, was the same. I think. Wait, are you done streaming? Wait. Are you done? You are! Who's verbal? Who is that? Stranger danger to me, Twinkle. I hope your stream went well. Hope you had a good time. But I get to reclaim some bandwidth. Very good. Very good. Oh, no. No, that was... No, you rated Rain? Who's this? Who'll go there? It looks like Vitamin. Sir Pug also rated out. I'm conflating tags here. Okay, don't want to conflate tags. Do not conflate tags. Hope your stream went well. I hope it went well. Pull that. That's not the tab I wanted. That's the tab I wanted. Hooray, we did it. It's like propagating. Actual facts. That is correct. Bread propagating. But yeah, I want to say I was a teenager. I weighed a lot less than that when I joined the Marines, okay? In boot camp, I went into boot camp in the best shape of my life, okay? I had a six-pack going into boot camp. I was like 9% body fat. Like, I was like flying, baby. I was super fast runner. I could do like 30 pull-ups, like all the way up, all the way down. I was the best shape of my life. Boot camp is not about getting you aesthetically, like, jacked. That's not what boot camp is for. Boot camp is for breaking you down. They starve you in boot camp, okay? You just run endlessly. You don't do sprints and stuff. You just suffer for months and months and months, all the while not getting enough calories. So I lost in boot camp, okay? I went into boot camp at 170. And I lost 35 pounds that I did not need to lose. My parents didn't recognize me at graduation. My parents flew down to San Diego to see me for graduation, and they did not recognize me. They were like, where? They're like looking at the lineup like, what? Yeah, 35 pounds that I did not need to lose. At one point, the medical people were like, you need to eat more. I'm like, what? There's no time to eat. What do you mean eat more? You don't think I'd be eating more if I could? And they're like, eat faster. Oh, gee, you don't say. Thank you for that. Like, I don't know, eat more calorie-dense foods? You choose what I eat. It's a chow hall. What? Anyways, I'm pretty sure that was the last time I weighed that. And then, given all of the garbage that I ate after that, I probably put on several pounds in the few days you get between then and infantry school. And then I lost more weight in infantry school. Then after that, my weight probably went back up to normal. Probably at my first unit. Probably. Missing you in text chat. Your humor and insights add so much. Yeah, I agree. She been on vacation, though. Wait, week sucked. Wait, why did your week suck? You were on vacation. Oh, you mean the week back from vacation. Your week since you've been back. Oh, I got you, Sabrina. Okay, I'm tracking now. Guys, I'm gonna head off to bed. Bye, Spirit. Get the good sleep. We'll see you soon, friendo. They have bread starters for like 300 years. Oh, like a 300-year-old one. Do you know how much they cost, pound? Do you know how much they go for? You futuristic person, you. Actual facts. Person I rated already rated himself into someone I don't know. Oh, okay. Well then, stranger dangers indeed. Not even a friend-in-law, Twinkle. That's crazy. Like, you know what? Sometimes I'll humor a friend-in-law. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, a friend said so. So we go with the friend-in-law. Sometimes. Oftentimes I can't afford that kind of bandwidth. Very often it's like, all right, first order only. We got our MySpace top 8, okay? Pull us up, take care of Sir Twinkles and all the other friendos, and that's it. Okay, we got to reclaim bandwidth as soon as they tab away. But twice removed? Friend-in-law twice removed? No. No. But how are you, sir? Weekend's eve, find you okay? Tonight we're just hanging out. This is just chatting night. No serious lecture business tonight. So I actually get to like hear from you guys if you got something to share. I want to hear it. Tell me. I want to know. I'm hungry. Same. Actually, am I hungry? No. But I say that a lot because I try to eat a lot. Or I don't try to eat a lot. I just do. I try not to, but I still do. Oh, I need to leave in a couple hours. Going to look at a bed frame I might buy. Oh. Fun. Was already 5 foot and $1.15 in 3rd grade, so 170 was ages ago. Yeah, that's true of I feel like a lot of us. Mel, you're a special case. Food is good. Highly recommend. Nodders. Jeffrey! It's good to see you, sir. Welcome in. Welcome. I hope that you are well and the time zones are treating you right, my friend. Hoi! Hello, Rose. Hoi again. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Hoi twice in one night. We take those. We take double the Rose. Rose. No Rose. My favorite part of that line. You're so stupid, Rose. So funny. He's kissing her. You're so stupid, Rose. Cute. A 4-post cube type. A 4-post bed. And there's a lyric in there, I'm sure of it. Something late 90s, early aughts. Not that much. And I just looked and I found a 1,000-year-old one. $18. Oh, okay. But they do sell them, is what you're saying. Got it. Interesting. Yeah. Another thing. I feel like it'd be grungy at that point. I don't know anything about that stuff. Oh, I'm dandy. Big chillin' indeed. Very good. Nothing to complain about. Oh, and exactly where I'd like to be. Wow. You hear that? That's crazy. What's really fun, Sir Twinkle, is, I haven't got to tell you this, I have a special edit that's coming out soon. It's the reason that I haven't had regular YouTube Rumble uploads, long and short form videos, of the past couple weeks, is because I'm working on a special project right now. Me and my editing team, and pretty excited to unveil it soon. TM. It won't be this weekend either. It's been a complicated one, you guys, and it's long, and it needs to be cut down. It's too long, and I need help. So I'm soliciting that help from my counterpart in that project. But I'm gonna tell you guys here, just for you who are here, okay? It's a little secret. Just between yous, me's, and the internet, all right? You see that right there? You see that right there? It may be the case, none of you who are here right now, were part of the mafia back then. Back in the day, baby streamer Gus, we hit a follower goal of like 80 or 75 or something like that, okay? In tandem with a friend, we did a charity stream, a kids charity program thing. And I helped him out with that. And he wanted to do a food-related stream challenge content something. And I got roped into it. And we may or may not have done a Hot Ones challenge. Which is why I am a certified Hot Ones success story, a victor, and that interview was recorded privately, not streamed. We had every intention of editing it and posting it on the internet. He was going to do all that. I at the time did not know how to do anything. I did not know how to edit. I didn't have any of the infrastructure. I didn't even know I was going to keep doing any of this stuff. But he was going to do all that, and then he had just had his 4th son with a lot of medical complications for both him and his hot bride. And then that was like public knowledge. I'm not like airing something that wasn't made public knowledge. And so he never got around to it, and it sat and collected dust. So we may or may not be editing that down right now. The thing is, that interview, it was a two-way interview, okay? It was both of us. That's the hitch. We were interviewing one another. So it's not just the one person getting questions. It was both for 10 different sauces, 20 questions, time for conversation. And then there was a lot of like stuff that got chopped out of the thing. But that recording, just the one, the day was a 13-and-a-half-hour day. He lives in the next city down, like a 45-minute drive for me, 50-minute drive. So I got to go meet him and his family. We got to figure out all the lighting and the sound and rig up all of the cameras and all of everything else for it. It was a pain in the butt. While he had the chicken going and all of... Okay. So we had a lot going on. And that 13-and-a-half-hour day, I think it was a 13-and-a-half-hour day, was punctuated by a 9-hour recording. That included our questions, our eating the chicken. 9 hours is how long the shoot took, which means it's a 9-hour video to chop down. 9 hours! To scrub, to chop, to curate, to clean up. And after all the throwing away of, all right, let's reset the cameras here, let's adjust the lighting here, let's dim this, let's change this, let's tweak this. All the stuff that doesn't need to go. All the behind the scenes, like all that stuff that toss it right in the trash. After all that, it's 2 hours long. We must needs get more aggressive with our cutting. So, all of that is to say, Sir Twinkles, my friend that I coordinated with, my friend with whom I did this challenge, you two could be brothers. You two look an awful lot alike. Not exactly alike, but a lot of ways. You two look a lot alike. The first time I saw you, I went, Ryan? Ryan? Hello? Ryan? So, just so as you know, I did a Hot One challenge with your brother, with a fraternal twin. And when that video goes live, it's going to be significantly shorter. I'm not posting a 2-hour video. No one's going to watch it. I wouldn't watch it. When it goes live, you're going to see that your brother also does content creation. Thought you ought to know. I don't know, this is how you found out. I'm here to tell you. Again, secret. Just between, okay, that's between yous and me's and the internet. All right, y'all? Okay? The Hot Ones. It's coming. We're working diligently on it. But a lot of that is on my plate right now because I need to go in and decide what to cut. Not just what fat to trim, what muscle to cut. And it's gonna be significant. I gotta take a cleaver to that thing. And yeah, with all my spare time. With all the spare time that's fit to leverage. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. And now you know. Now you know. Been enjoying the new Sleep Token album today. So good. Of course you are. Of course, Guts. You've had that thing on replay since you got it. Yes, that song. Indeed, Sabrina. That's the one. You know it. I was on the train the first time. Oh, yeah, I did. I didn't know if it went through first time, because right after it went through Dead Zone. Very well. I'm glad to have 2 hoys from Rose. Yes, I am. Always. It's always a pleasure, my friend. Hope you've been well. I'm now realizing now, indeed, that I've put basically everything away from getting home from work, that my nose ring is not on me. Oh, you lost a nose ring. Huh. How common is that? I don't know the first thing about nose rings. How common is that in the world? Only reason I remember is because Max Zimmerman and I won't name the other bully. Won't name the other bully only because he had a very tragic end. He used to slam me into the wall with a ruler while running laps and laugh. Oh, they'd measure your height with a ruler? It's very specific. That's a very specific bullying. Huh. Okay. I'm sorry. Blasey. Shitty kids. Humans, am I right? Humans of all ages, I swear. I swear. Okay. Oh, Tommy's going live, baby. Oh, boy. Okay, we go. We lurk work. We lurk work for that Tommy feller. That dude can sing. That was pretty fun. Cake's brought us over there on her birthday on Tuesday, innit? And that dude can sing. That dude can play. I'm like, oh, he's hitting them notes. I'll show Hot Bride one of these days because he streams late and she's here late now. So we're gonna see about it. As we are. 90s kid. Every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's 4-post bed by Sugar Ray. Good job, Twinkles. Twinkles did it! Twinkles knows! Twinkles has the stuff in his brains in the gray matter. And that's right, I called him out. Oh, that's what's crazy is he ended up being really short. Ah! It's a pluming series. Let's go. Pluming or pluming now? I don't... What? Herm? Oh, plumbing. Because the pipes. I didn't get that. I did not get that. Yes, my artisanal, my bookends that my buddy made for me. Very fun. Very fun. Super handsome bald guy, huh? I dig it. Exactly, super handsome bald guy. I make a lot of remarks about that. It's true. Handsome bald dude indeed. I've said, Twinkles, like, I'm going to embrace it. Once I start getting like a bad receding hairline or something, I ain't doing that comb over life. I'm going bald, baby. I'm already basically bald. I'm just going to embrace it. We're just going to go for it. We're going to be a goal for it. The album dropped at midnight. Oh, not the previous one. This is another one? Surprisingly, I don't own it. Oh, actually hasn't been on repeat. But now I have a joke about infinite baths. Yep, nope, I don't get the reference. I'm lost in the sauce. Ronnie! Hello, Ronnie, it's good to see you. Gethsemane has me in a chokehold. I don't know what that means. I don't know what Gethsemane. Is this a song? Is this a song from the... Is this a reference to the playlist? It's gotta be. Because you went to this, right, Ronnie? Did you guys already go, or is that forthcoming? I can't remember. You and CJ number 5, a.k.a. Mambo. And some others, if I understand correctly here. Going to the concert, go to see Sleep Token. Guts, this has to be Guts, Ronnie, Guts. I don't know if you know Ronnie. Everyone knows Ronnie. If you guys don't know Ronnie, you should know Ronnie. Ronnie's great. Ronnie's swell as hell. It's true. Swell as hell! Doesn't have to rhyme. But in her case, we'll make it rhyme. Because speaking of people who can sing, Ronnie can frickin' sing. It's like a whole thing, you guys. It's a whole thing. On her stream, she'll do it. She'll be sitting there playing. She's got a guitar. Again, it is nuts. And it's her birthday. I mean, it has been. It's been like an ongoing birthday thing. Did the timer actually run out? Are you done? I haven't seen you on the interwebs, so I assume we ran out that clock finally. I assume you're recovering now, friendo? You're actually alive, getting nutrients, drink water. Oh, I'm sure you didn't have any worry about the water. I'm sure everybody was saying that to you incessantly because it's what's popular to say on the interweb right now. Drink your water. Okay, don't mother me. I like when people make me drink water, I'm like, you're not the boss of me. Like, it's my knee-jerk reaction to be like, no. On principle, no, I'm not going to drink water. I think I like water less because of how often everybody says to do it these days. I resist. I reject your authority. I reject your reality where I need water and I supplant my own where I die of chronic dehydration. That's right. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, nerds. Heckin' typos. Indeed, Mel. Indeed. Heck 'em. Even in Arcadia was surprising. Both the opener and the closer. Oh my gosh. Yep, we're talking. Yep. No, it's in September. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. That's a minute out still. But how many of you are going? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But it's a crew of y'all, right? Like, you guys are using this as an occasion to get together? Because that's pretty slick. Pretty slick. Presumably this new album will be, like, the tour. Is that what the deal is? They're touring the new album and that's what the concert's about? 'Tis not? I don't even remember what I said. Sorry to pop in and leave. Gotta be up at 5:30. Oh my gosh, sweet time zone. Bye, duckling. Get a good sleep. Good luck with work. You're gonna do great. It did run out. No blue hair for me. Yay, good job. Congratulations, Ronnie. You made it. You did it. You did it. Proud of you. Gethsemane is both the name of a song on the album. Holy sad song. Oh my god. And a place in Israel. I know. I've been to that place in Israel, Guts. 10 out of 10. Give this album a listen. Okay, you have to DM me about it, Guts. You have to do it. You know I'm going to forget. You got to DM me whatever the song is. DM me the Spotify link. I'll remember. I'll know what it is because it's coming from you. But yeah, I've been to Gethsemane. I've been there. Yep. Mount of Olives, outside of Jerusalem. Yep. I've been there. I've been everywhere in Israel. I lived there briefly. But longer than lots of folks. Longer than lots. So I've been to the north, the south. I've been to the Tel Aviv on the ocean. All over that place. And yeah, it's sad that the only reason that I talk about that place now is to talk about sort of like, this is why we can't have nice things. It's always my example. Like Gethsemane is actually my example for that. Because for those of you guys who don't know, a fun bit of botany knowledge here. Olive trees live to be thousands and thousands of years old. Okay, they're very sturdy. That wood is hella dense, and they're scrubby little trees, and they live forever. Okay, thousands and thousands of years. So right now, today, 2025, outside of Israel, or outside of Jerusalem rather, in Israel, is, the Mount of Olives, so-called, because for all the olive trees. And the olive grove up there, where Jesus, the Gethsemane thing, all that, are the same trees that Jesus and his disciples were under 2,000 years ago. The same trees. So, okay, that's pretty neat. That's where the fun ends. Unfortunately, that's where the object lesson in This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things comes in, which is that grove of olive trees that still exist there is now under armed guard 24/7 because stupid people keep breaking, they go there and they take pieces of bark off of the trees because they're like, oh, Jesus bark. Wow, look, I got this from wow. And they're killing the thousands of years old olive trees so that they can go, I got this piece of bark. Do you have any way of proving that? You're gonna have to take my word for it. Yeah, you killed the tree for it. You douche. Gas. I don't know if people know this. Trees, they need their bark. It's a whole thing. It's part of their biology. They need the bark. It's an important thing. And if your tree lacks bark, it's gonna die. And if you get those trees where the critters have been eating around the base of it incessantly, it'll kill the tree. It'll get an infection. Okay, that's what the bark does, mostly. Yes, it prevents trauma, physical trauma to the tree, and it protects it from fire and type stuff like that, but it also protects it from infections and pest infestations and all that jazz. So yeah, people go and pick away at the trees, so now they're behind cages. Now those olive trees are behind bars, okay? There's a big fence around them. So I was there, and I got to look at them and go, oh yeah, okay, very old olive trees. All right, neat. You're not allowed to go touch them, because of course you're not. Not anymore. This is why we can't have nice things, because humans suck. Because humans suck. I'm just saying. I'm just super saying. Thank you for DMing me. I appreciate it. Link to the album sent. The badunk was me. I gathered. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think dumbasses. Exactly, Guts. It's their skin or something. Exactly. That's what it is. Jesus bark. That's what it is. Imagine someone stealing your skin. I got Sabrina's skin! Woo! Why do you have skin? Why do you have that? Also, unrelated. No, sort of related. Different. It's set aside the outrage for a second. How do you verify? Oh, you can do a DNA test on it. All right, I guess. Also, yeah, again, back to the how did you get Sabrina's skin? I worry. Someone check in. Welfare check on Sabrina, please. Welfare check on Sabrina. At any given day, it's possible that she has died doing crazy, scary, difficult, stressful work. It's possible also that she was overcoming her fear of heights and fell. Oh, she's going to do great with heights. But anyways, someone do a welfare check on Sabrina, yeah? Someone. Sounds like a horror movie. A horror movie indeed. It puts lotion on its skin. That's the one. That's the one. That's skin suits. It's a thing. It exists. I saw Silence of the Lambs. I'm familiar. It's not a thing. Album is less than an hour as well. Yeah, am I the only one? I might be the only one who does this, you guys. I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious if any of you have experience with this. If I'm not, tell me if I'm not the only one who does this, okay? I don't listen to albums just straight through. I don't do it. And that's because, yes, there's usually a theme to the album. If the songs are built as structure, an album is actually structured and released all as an album. Nowadays everything is singles. And I think it's because of this. EPs as single releases, I think are because of me. That's why I think that this isn't just a me thing, okay? I think that this is a human phenomenon. So you tell me if this is you, all right? I don't listen to an album start to finish anymore. Some of them will be it's an intro song, okay, and it's only a minute and a half or something, and it leads, it's build up to the first song. And I sort of get that. I get that structure. But on a shuffle playlist, I can't have the intro one. It doesn't make sense without its follow-on one, right? So I'd rather just have the intro song or the follow-on song without the little lead up, without the minute 10 lead up thing. So I already nixed that. And then I don't look at albums as progressions. I hear a song and it either gathers my attention and I go, huh, or it doesn't. Now, this is evidenced by my workout playlist, okay? My workout playlist that I bumped just this morning is a great freaking playlist. It's great, and I've curated it over years. It's very fun. But it's got the shuffle, the special magic shuffle, whatever it's called. I don't know what they actually called it, anything. Smart shuffle, where it selectively adds songs in a shuffle format that are like your playlist. So while I'm working out, I know most of the songs that play. It's like 3 out of every 4. And then I hear a song, and while I'm working out, it either registers in my brain or it doesn't. If it doesn't, if I'm sitting there lifting heavy things or doing pull-ups or suffering with planche leans and all that jazz, right? And I go, what is this? Great, I'm going to add it to the playlist. I'm going to walk over here and say add, because it's got a little add, or don't recommend this again, okay? Add to the playlist, and it makes it onto the workout playlist. But if it doesn't do that, it just blends in. It just blurs together. All of it just blurs together. And I ignore it. I do the same thing with albums. I listen to the first song if it's an album I've never heard before. So I hear one song and I go, oh, that's okay. I see what you're after with, oh, neat. But then as the songs go on, they all blur together. And I don't hear them properly. And then it's, okay, I see we're still doing this. All right. I need the variety. I need the change. So for me, when I listen to albums, the best way for me to hear them is actually the way that a lot of people like Jon Bellion right now is releasing songs one at a freaking time. This one's released with a music video. A month and a half later, 2 months later will be another one. Maybe it has a music video, maybe it doesn't. Then they hint at another one. And each one of them, I like them. Each one I hear and I go, oh, it's a Jon Bellion song. Okay, sick. No. Baby, let's go. I like this song. And I add it to my liked playlist, I add it to whatever, and then 2 months later, I hear another one. And I'm like, oh, bet, okay, this is very good. But I'm not sick of it yet, you see? I only had the one song. Now, later, when there's no risk of being sick of it yet, I've got a second song. Bet, I like it. Now I save it too. So I spread load exposure to albums, because I don't want to get sick of it. If a band has like a unique sound, that's like their thing, that's like their calling card. Like picture like Disturbed, okay? Like Disturbed was one of my favorite bands growing up. Comes to mind because I just listened to a song with Nina, that sick guitarist. I can't remember her last name. She did a collaboration with the guy from Disturbed. And I heard that song for the first time today. And I was like, oh, baby, like this is a sick song. And I added it to my workout list, I'm pretty sure. And if you listen to a Disturbed album, all the songs just start to blur together because Disturbed has a distinct sound. You know when you're hearing the lead singer of Disturbed, right? You know his voice. That's why I knew it when I heard it today. I was doing something else and I heard it and I'm like, is that the guy from Disturbed? It was. Sick. Save. But if it was like 10 songs back to back and they're all the Disturbed sound, yeah, all right, let's move on. I'd say that's true for me of most albums, with most musicians, most bands, is they have a sound. Like, in a vacuum, I could listen to maybe like a Beatles song and be like, oh, that's a Beatles song. But if you put 2 Beatles songs back to back, I'm going to leave the room. Sorry. Nope, that's enough. I've hit my quota. No, thank you. Do the same thing with any sort of there's a bunch of examples. I don't know. Oi. I don't have skin. Nobody has seen me with skin. That's true. That's true, Sabrina. You make a lot of good points. There is no evidence that you have skin to speak of. Is that why you're looking to get someone else's skin? Oh, that actually answers a lot of questions, Sabrina. You outed yourself a little, though. I mean, as long as you're just wearing it, like you obtained it through legal means, I guess the people will just think you're weird. But as long as you didn't eat the person, very, very worth it. Okay, I'm the same way usually. Okay. But this one is different. Second to last Ghost album, Impera, has a great intro song on its own, but it leads into the second song. Sure. I don't like having to listen to songs in order too. Like, I want it to be okay in a vacuum. I don't know. I don't know. People were pulling hair of Bonnie Parker's, Bonnie and Clyde, head after she died. Oh, why? You gonna show your great grandkids? Gross, Mel. What the heck? Really? Jeez. Huh. Songs are all very different. Genres shift throughout the songs, which I think keeps it fresh. Yeah, I was actually picturing this while I was describing this, Guts, because that one song, the Eclipse, I think it's called Eclipse, I can't remember, the one you guys sent to me, is like several genres even in one song. Like you're hitting some rock, you're hitting some like cool stuff, and all of a sudden there's a saxophone. And that struck me the first time I heard it, because I'm like, oh, okay, I see what this song is about. And then the saxophone, I went, what is that? That's the same song. It's not different. So it, maybe this one will be different. I don't know. I just don't want to mess it up. I don't want to take a perfectly good album and ruin it with my short attention span and proclivities. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, just when for a 2-mile walk? Who? For a 2-mile walk? You? Did you do a 2-mile walk? Did you just do a 2-mile walk? Good for you. Love the Beatles, but I respect your opinion. First time I have been disappointed. Yep, you knew this, Guts. You've heard me poo-poo the Beatles before. You told me you were mad at me then. You said, I don't know that we can be friends. This was an ongoing thing. It seems you overcame the trauma. It seems that you got over it once upon a time. Because I have definitely told you this already. I've definitely told you. Beatles ain't for me. Any of those things. It's like, I don't know. I'm not a very... you guys heard me say this last week for the Gus Talk, incidentally, on Friday. I'm not a very creative person. I'm just not. Never have been. And it's not something I have cultivated. Now, it's something that I, per my talk on Friday, and if you guys haven't heard Friday's talk, I encourage you. It's a pretty good talk, if I do say so myself. It's one of the most difficult to put together talks I've ever had, and I'm pretty proud of how it came out. I'm very pleased with Friday's talk. Last week, a week ago from tonight. The Lover, Part 1. Quite good. I have resolved to get better at this. I have resolved to be a more creative sort. I have resolved to lean into the impractical, the spontaneous, the less structured, the less ordered, the less control. I have resolved that this is an important thing. Per that lecture, it's an important thing, and I ought to do more of it. Is there any going back and having a first impression do-over? No, there isn't. So I'm afraid that there's going to be a lot of things that I've already written off that I may not revisit. And that's owed in part to the fact that there are so many things, right? Like if someone said, oh my gosh, you got to go back and watch this movie. I don't go back and watch movies. Again, something I said on Friday. I don't go back and rewatch movies. There's a lot of new movies for me to see. There's a lot of movies that I haven't seen, that is. New to me, even if they're not new. There's new to me movies for forever. Emergence, that's the one. Yeah, that one. I couldn't remember what it's called. Did I say Eclipse? I knew it started with an E. See, look, we were right there. So close. I like coats. Authentic skin coats. There you go, Sabrina. There you go. She's not designating what kind of skin, you guys. So that leaves hope and plausible deniability, your officer, your honor. I don't listen to the beats at all. Do beats make noise? My goodness gracious. Yeah, I don't listen to them. I don't know. I don't mean they shift throughout the songs on the album. They shift throughout each individual song. Got it. At least 2 of them have trap beats in it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That sounds fun. There's very few artists whose albums I can listen to from beginning to end. All of Linkin Park's. So, Sabrina, yes. I actually thought of that while I was saying this because I mentioned Disturbed and I said that was like a part of my childhood, part of my growing up. Linkin Park was the first concert I ever went to with like my friend's parents. I was a little kid, went to a Linkin Park concert in Sacramento, California. It was for Hybrid Theory. And Hybrid Theory was brand new. It was their Hybrid Theory tour. So that was their first tour. And it was a great show, really cool. And I abused that CD at the time. I got a little Discman player and I listened to that dang CD on repeat. Now there's probably like 2 songs in it that I maybe skipped. I don't know. Like as I listened to it more and more, it was I don't know what they would be, but knowing myself, I probably was like, okay, I can skip this one to get to, cause like, ooh baby, like Hybrid, like we're gonna do this one here, it's gonna be great, let's go. Hybrid Theory had so many good songs in it, but I abused that album, abused it. Now maybe that's a teenager thing, maybe it's a busyness of my mind thing now that I don't do this, Maybe something changed in me. Maybe it was something unique to the music, given that this is something that you've done as well. I don't know. But it was quite good and different in my life. And I was an angsty kid. And so it like fit perfect for the time, for like the age that I was and what was going on in my life. It hit different, baby. It hit different. I'm with you on that one. I don't remember saying we couldn't be friends. I respect your differing opinion to mine. Just always hurts when people poo-poo the Beatles, and I don't know why. Fair enough. You like what you like, Guts. People get defensive about things that like. That's fine. And I'm mostly joking. You're fine. You're fine. I'm not offended either. It would take more than that to offend me. I'm not. Y'all. Yeah. From Talk 170, how does Boyhood help you get to the Ranger stage? I don't understand that all the way. Oh, okay. How does Boyhood help you get to the Ranger stage? Well, we're looking back a handful of months here, but let's see. The short answer is there's a lot of ways to do Boyhood wrong. Toward the end of that talk, the Boyhood series, the Boyhood one, I talked about how the boy is stunted, how your development is stunted in this. And those stuntings that take place will either help, or they'll hinder. If you lack best case scenario, if you lack best practices, they will hinder the development of the Ranger necessarily, because development of the Ranger, like proper timetables for that, proper acceptance of risk, of reward, socializing, like just basic humaning, all of that stuff hinges on having gotten a lot of things right in Boyhood. So that's what the stunting talk was about. It wasn't necessarily about like how, here's why this is important. It is important. If you don't do it right, the consequences will be manifest and manifold. And myriad. There will be a lot of them. Mostly shown in hesitation, lack of curiosity, fearfulness. There's a lot of things that the Ranger will lack, because it's basically like being held back in school. That's what I can amount it to. Is if you don't get Boyhood right, you're being held back in school. And now the age that you should be sort of doing things, it's a loose comparison here because schools are different depending on the country that you're in. A lot of people do homeschooling, you know what I mean? So it's like a public school system. All of your peers move on and you don't. And maybe you get held back twice. And now you don't know anybody ever, you haven't socialized properly, and now you're set back. So the age when you're 13, 14, and you should be moving on to the Ranger stage, maybe you still are working on some boy stuff and you haven't figured all that out yet. So it's like that. It's like you've been held back. That's the stunting. Could you remember No Across the Universe? Apologies for going on and on. I'm just really excited. You can be excited. Hybrid Theory and Meteora are my faves. Abused those albums. I can still listen to them from start to finish. They're the only band that resonate with me to my core. Fair enough. Fair enough. I haven't listened to them in a long old time. And that's simply because I don't have occasion to. Excuse me. My sleep schedule's weird. Even though I stay up later now, I'm still like a bit thrown off by it. And I still have chores to do tonight. My day's been definitely thrown off. So I'm going to try and be responsible with my time tonight for that reason. What was the one with DJ whatever Mixmaster? What was the second album? What was that one? What was that one called? Because I'm pretty sure I abused that one too. There was a remix of not Crawling, Place for My Head. I think it was Place for My Head. There was like a remixed version of that, and I really liked that. But yeah. It wasn't Meteora, was it? No, I thought Meteora was like the third album. Could be wrong. Really? Huh. Meteora is the one with the guy like crouched down on the cover, right? Crouched down on the ground, there's like spray paint on the wall. I thought that was Meteora. It's like red and white. I can picture it in my brain. I thought that was the third album. Maybe it was singles that they released between those two. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know. All their albums did. It's really only this latest one with the lady singer that doesn't really resonate. Love them. They're good. Love her and support her, but the music doesn't feel the same. Yep. Yep. That's number 2. Really? Huh. Okay. Whatever. So wait, is the third one the remix album? It was like a remix of some of the classic hits? Is that what it was? Huh. See? Memory doesn't serve you guys. I've moved aside a bunch of stuff in my brain to make room for other things, and this is something that apparently got pushed to the side. Did an album with their best early stuff remixed. Okay, that thing. I don't enjoy Linkin Park past Meteora. Fair enough. Yeah, it was called something. I don't remember what the remix album was, but it was with the DJ guy. So, I don't know. You don't know these things. Let me make sure this is still work. It is still work. Very good. Very good. It's a crossover album. Linkin Park and Jay-Z. I think he featured in it. The remix album. I'm pretty sure he featured in it. Reanimation. That's the one. That's the Reanimation. Yes. That's where, like, I think his name's like Mixmaster Mike or something. He's in the album. He's in the band today, isn't he? Mike Shinobi? Wait. Why does this name exist in my brain? What are you doing, brain? You don't got the capacity for this? I just like... It's weird. I felt like I was gonna get a nosebleed all of a sudden. I had to dig deep and I get a nosebleed. That's how you know I'm working really hard over here, y'all. I'm just like, suffer. Absolutely suffer. Reanimation, yes. Sabrina and I talking about different albums. Yeah, Mr. Han. Nice. Okay. Mike Shinoda. Ah, see? I was right. Dang! You're thinking of Mr. Han. Okay. Yeah, I haven't thought about any of this in 20 years. Or, 17 years. Something like that. That was a long time ago. Mike is the rap guy. Okay. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Wow, boy. Whoa. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. So, did that explanation make sense, Retro? That the transition from boyhood to ranger, the crux of that, I would say, is to be a ranger means to become riskier and riskier, to take greater and greater risks, typically involving physical risk for a guy, more and more extreme sort of things, snowboarding, base jumping, learning to fight, all that sort of stuff, skateboarding, like downhill ski, the luge, I don't know, like risky things, bodily harm, peril, bungee jumping, hang gliding, I think I said that already, bodysuit, wingsuit jumping, that sort of stuff. That sort of stuff happens and ought to happen starting fairly early in the ranger stage. At 13, 12, 13, 14, that ought to start ramping up. And knowing that this is part of the masculine journey, the parents should facilitate that. And then, rein in the worst impulses, but facilitate the increase in risk. Do some mountain climbing with your kid and all that stuff where the risk is high, but it's in a controlled environment that you more or less control, right? And this is because this is the confidence building stage of a man's life, is 12, 13, 14, up to like 19, 20, up till we get to the warrior. This ranger stage is one of competence, demonstrated competence, and that requires you risking and then succeeding, leads to confidence. Okay, so competence translates into confidence. And if you were held back during boyhood, if you were held back as a child, if you were stunted in some way, whether it was from abuse or neglect or whatever, you will probably be hesitant. You will be a hesitant would-be ranger, 12, 13, 14-year-old. And that means you will stay away from scary things. Or you were never socialized properly, which means you don't know what's appropriate to pursue. You don't know what's the appropriate level to pursue with other people. You might get in trouble. Personal boundaries and stuff. Maybe you don't know any of that stuff because you didn't get a proper, orientation into it. Most of life involves ramping up. Okay? There's a law of increasing returns. There's an investment up front, and then you get better at it over time. So that's boyhood. It's a lot of build up to, if you've done boyhood correctly, you ought to be able, again, if best practices have been followed and observed by your parents, because when you're a kid, you don't have a say in any of this, right? When you're a kid, you get the environment you get. You don't get to choose who your parents are or how they raise you. You don't get any of that. But assuming best practices were followed by your folks, by one's parents, and them knowing about the importance of this masculine journey and what now needs to come with the Ranger stage and for the development of a properly oriented, well-rounded, functional guy, you ought to be able to hit the ground running at 12, 13. It ought to be a seamless transition. For a lot of people, I know some people who are 15, 16, 17 who are children. They've done it wrong. Or the parents did a lot of things wrong. And that translates to the child now. And now going on adolescent, doing things wrong. Not properly socialized. Not knowing the rules of the game, this humaning game. Not knowing the game, how its rules, rules of engagement for playing nice with others. Any of that stuff. And I know a lot of others who are still trying, who are 25, 30, 35 years old, who lack confidence. And that's because they never got it when they were a ranger. During the stage of the ranger. They never got any of that. That's what you're supposed to do. At 12, 13, 14, up to like 19. You're supposed to get that confidence. And one rolls into the next. So if you got boyhood correct, again, that's because of parents. It won't be much of your doing as a child. And then you get the ranger right, which again is a lot of like the adults in the room have to get a lot of things right in order for you to get the ranger done well. Okay? Smooth transition between those two. If you've done best practices, as I've taught, and parents are knowing these things and they're facilitating them, great. Then you should be able to transition right into the warrior and the lover pretty smoothly. Pretty smoothly. But if you haven't, if you didn't get boyhood correct, you didn't get the ranger correct, you're set up for failure now. You're set up for failure in the stages to come. So you're not going to smooth on into the warrior and the lover. You're missing stuff still. Both of those have, like, it's all prerequisites. It all builds. You can't skip a stage. You can't afford to have a whole stage stunted. So I used the language in this. Go back. I said all throughout the series so far, in all of these masculine journey talks, I said, you have to go back. We have to go back to whatever abuse it was. That's why a therapist will do that. That's why a psychologist will do that. They go back to the site of the harm, to the damage, and they say, here's what we need to do something about. Here's what we need to fix. Here's what we need to help. Here's what we need to heal. Well, I don't want to go back there. You gotta! I talked before about it being a train track, right? In the very, very beginning, I said it's a train track. There's a train, there's a locomotive there, and you're laying track out in front of it. Great. I said this at the beginning of the year. We talked about hard mode. We talked about doing life well. We talked about best practices, and we talked about developing as a man. You're laying track. But if you missed a bit, that train ain't going nowhere. There's a hole in the track. The train's not going. It's going to wait for you to go back and patch the track. That's how life works. That's true of each of us. If you missed something, whether it was someone else's fault or yours, it's got to be fixed. It's got to be fixed for you to grow, for you to advance, for you to progress, for the train to move forward at whatever clip, at whatever pace. You've got to go back. And you can. Now, again, what I'm teaching chiefly this year, what I've been harping on, what I've been like hammering away at is best practices. I talked about this with many of you guys on Wednesday, actually, during the rendezvous. Best practices. That means a lot of people ain't hitting it. It's a continuum from like worst practices to best practices. There are best practices for humans and for raising humans. Everything else is some degree of not as good, all the way down to objectively awful. Okay, like there's terrible, terrible worst practices for raising a child, or raising an adolescent, or raising an adult, or being an adult. There's objectively bad ways to do humaning. Okay, best practices, what I've been talking about, means doing everything right the first time. Whether that's you raising kids and making sure they get it right the first time, so that when they're an adult, they get it right the first time, so that they just keep schmoving through the phases of life and they thrive as a consequence. But if you were stunted at 9 years old, your train ain't moving. You're 22, 23 now. Okay. You probably lack all the confidence. You probably lack all of the relationship humaning stuff. You probably lack developed social cues. You lack a lot of like ability to trust and therefore have proper relationships. There's a lot of things you probably lack because you never went back and patched that track. So I know 40-year-old dudes who need to go back and finish the Ranger. They need to go back with an imagination. They need to go back with courage and do scary things to prove to themselves that they can. That they're capable of scary things. I can think of a bunch of married dudes who are, in their 30s and 40s, whose wives are like, why is my guy so timid? I thought he'd grow out of this. Why is he so timid all the time? Why does he refuse to like make moves? Why does he refuse? Why does he refuse to lead? Why is he so gun shy with everything? Why am I having to make call all the shots? Why do I feel like I'm the adult in the room all the time and he's not it? When something difficult comes up, he goes and crawls in front of the TV and turns on the game, and I've got to do all the difficult stuff. I know of a lot of women that this describes who wish that their man would step up, would grow up. But what growing up looks like is going back and fixing the track. Which is why I think this is super beneficial. Going through this material, one friend in particular comes to mind. Her husband is whom I just described, okay? And she's like, I want to have a partner, not a child, to babysit. We already have a child. I don't need another one. I don't want to, like, nag all the time. I don't want to have to hem and I don't want to have to, like, be that lady. I want him to do the right thing because it's the right thing. I want him to step up as a man and as my husband. And she's going through this series. And she's learning now, it's because his track is freaking broken. She's saying, just be an adult. Just do better. No, there is no just do better. It's going to be a lot of process and a lot of work. And first things first, he, not you, needs to acknowledge this material. He needs to acknowledge the significance of it and the significance of it specifically in his life as it applies to him and your relationship. He needs to know that this is important. He needs to decide that it's important. And then to do something about it with your loving support. But you can't walk it out for him. You can't put on his shoes and go through the masculine journey for your husband. You can't do it. He needs to be convinced that it's important. And then he needs to do it with your support, with your backing, with your vote of confidence, with your encouragement. Not your babying, not your, there. No, don't emasculate. Encourage, understand that this is something he's got to go through. And then let him do it. And then he's got to do it. And then he must do it. No one else can. So you got to go back and fix the track. But it's also very helpful. This gal said, I didn't know this. I thought he was being lazy. I didn't know that he was wounded. I didn't know he was stunted. I didn't know that this thing was such a big deal. I knew about this thing that happened with his dad. I knew about this thing that happened with his brother. I knew about that, but I didn't know it was such a big deal. It is. Best practices weren't followed. Doesn't matter that he's 45, 50 years old now. He needs to go back to 14, 15 and finish the work. He needs to know by himself, to prove to himself. You can't say to him, look, it's very nice, it's very encouraging. Yes, give words of affirmation to your loved ones and say, I believe in you, you're capable, you got this. Yes, that's all good. Very good, very good. It's no substitute, though, for him saying, I got this. No substitute. No one can do it. No mentor, no grandparent, no respected elder, no person in our lives giving us a vote of confidence is a substitute for us being able to look in the mirror and saying, you got this. Absolutely, you got this. Not in some false way, not in some sort of machismo, vacuous machismo way, but in a, of course I got this, I've done this before. The confidence that comes from competence, there's no substitute for. We must have that. And you get that chiefly in the Ranger. So if you missed that while you were a teenager, you need to go back. Learn to rock climb, learn to surf, learn to snowboard, learn to do something. You need to do something hard. Now, that could be peopling, that could be humaning, where we talked about exposure therapy. We have to opt into the difficulty, right? You can't have this foisted on you. You need to choose it of your own volition. Go be a fisherman up in Alaska or something. Go pick up being a greenhorn for a while. But you need to do something to prove to yourself that you're capable, that you're man enough. You've got to do it. That's why I used the example of the Marines. I said the Marines isn't for everybody. And for the 50-year-old dude, it's too late. Marines can't be an option for you anymore. You can't. It's fabulous at this. It's so good. It's not an option for you anymore. That door is closed. The Marines won't take you the day you turn 30. But if you're under 30, you could do far, far worse than this. The Marines will answer that question for you. If you opt into the Marines to answer the question is, do I have what it takes? Every single guy has this in their heart. Do I have what it takes? The Marines will answer that question. If you can make it through boot camp, you've answered that question for the rest of your life. I never need to wonder. I don't sit here and wring my hands with doubt. I don't have anxiety, you guys. I don't sit here and worry and fuss and fret. And that's because of this. I've done it before. Whatever it is that I'm attempting to do, I've done it before. Or something close to it. Something analogous to it. Something where it translates over. I am comfortable enough because I know the bare bones. Like, if I needed to learn a language right now, fine. I've learned a bajillion languages. No problem. That's not an intimidating thought to me. I don't care how hard the language is. I learned frickin' Russian, okay? Like, говорите по-русски. Это очень плохо. Очень плохо. Очень. I can do it. If it's something physical, something physically demanding or difficult, I could list countless stories of times that I have overcome massive physical challenge, trials, adversity. No problem. I got it. If some sort of physical challenge arises, okay. Again, fine. Whatever. Maybe even it's a peopling thing, a humaning scenario. Nope. I get reps in with you guys every single week. My humaning skills are getting sharper every day that I get to spend with you lovely lot. And because of the variety of y'all, I get reps in with everything. There is nothing I haven't heard. There is nothing I haven't heard. So you're like, ooh, I don't know, this is a difficult topic. Really? And I don't mean to be trite, and I don't mean to be dismissive about it. That's not my point, okay? I'm not trying to be flip. It's difficult, yes. The material can be difficult. Absolutely. Talking about abuses, talking about yeah, absolutely, that's difficult stuff. But none of it, for my purposes, and the reason I bring it up now, is something I haven't heard before. None of it. I've heard it all. That's not making light of your situation. That's not trying to diminish. It's not about you. I'm talking about me. I know about me that I can be in the room for this, that I can hear this, that I'm not going to fall apart. I've seen it all. Atrocities that are scarcely imaginable, incidentally, unless you've been a special forces operator somewhere. How many of you does that apply to? I'm saying that the Marines was an opportunity for me to learn a ton. And a ton I did indeed learn. About the world, about human nature, and about myself. This is the point. A man, in order to be a man, in order to be the warrior, lover, king, sage later, in order to do any of that, you first must answer the question, do I have what it takes? And if you didn't do that during the phase of the Ranger, which best practices being followed, probably not followed in many, 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 many people's cases, I know. If that wasn't done in the teenage years, then you're set back. You're held back for all of the advancement and all of the growth that's supposed to come later. All the people who are counting on you later. If you didn't answer that question, you don't get to move forward. You don't get to be a proper warrior. Certainly don't get to be a proper lover. And you definitely, definitely will never be a king. And my lament was at the end of the Warrior Part 2, was where the hell are all of the kings? Where are all of the adult men in the world right now that we can look up to proper like? How many men do you have in your life that have nailed all of this, that you can look to as a rock star, a model of this, who've gotten it right? Where are they? Because we need them. We need them. And they're just faffing about somewhere, or they don't exist. They don't exist because men have not paid attention to this stuff. We've not taken it seriously. I take it very seriously. And I hope all of you do too. So there you go. That's the significance of it. Sorry, I get passionate about this stuff, you guys. I get passionate about this stuff. Loved Reanimation. Same, Twinkles. Is that why my brother and his friends did Jackass stunts? Yes, absolutely, Sabrina. I talked about it a lot in the Masculinity series. Yeah, highly recommend. Highly recommend you guys go back and listen. They're short. They're not full-length streams. That's by design. I specifically wanted those talks to be shorter, structured lectures where there's no wasted words. I'm not just spitballing. I'm not just off the cuff. Everything is planned. I scripted those. I spent a huge amount of time writing all that stuff up for you guys. Obviously I can freeball. I can just go with this. Obviously I can just riff and do it impromptu. Here we are 20 or 30 minutes after the question was asked because I go off. So that's why I wanted to script them, is so that they're more digestible and small. So those talks, you'll find the links for them. The streams basically end when the lectures do. I think the longest one is like 2 hours. Where the lecture itself is maybe only an hour and a half. Hour 15, something like that. So they're specifically designed. And each of the Rumble and YouTube videos, people have kindly supplied timestamps down in the comments. So you should be able to go to the comments and see when the lecture begins. Because it'll be even shorter. You just click on that and it'll just take you right to where it starts. So yep, that's it. Yep, you can watch our Rumble, it's true. Always got rejected as a ranger. I have a therapist appointment at 11 on the 14th. So what train is steam train, a diesel train, or an electric train? To fix that track, what wheels are on it? What? We're getting, I was gonna say we're getting off the rails, and that was totally accidental. I don't know if that's Don't apologize for being passionate about anything, but mostly about important things. I go sleep in a pile of unclaimed coats. Wonderful times on you all. Hope the coats treat you right, Mel. We'll see you soon. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the gifted. You guys, if you don't have a sub on Rumble, by the way, if you guys don't have a sub on Rumble right now, if you're watching this right now on any of these platforms, okay, go make a Rumble account. But if you're watching on Rumble right now, just say something in chat. Say something in chat. Someone who's not Mel. Because there's a gifted sub sitting there waiting for you. And if you just say something in chat, you'll be gifted a sub. It expires at the end of the stream, so you go over there, pick up a sub. If you don't got one, it's the time. We'll do it. You gotta do it. It's over there. Look, that's the place right there. Thank you for dropping links. I appreciate you. I can watch Rumble on my TV now. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. We love to see it. We love to see it. But yes, that is why boys do that. Boys are seeking extreme things, and a boy is stunted. An adolescent, the ranger, is stunted if he's not allowed to, or if he's emasculated in this. If his mother is a worrier who won't let him do dangerous things, yes, that will stunt his growth. And the mothers who have done that, obviously, again, within reason here, but this is why having dad around is important. Dad understands this. Dad can presumably... There's a lot of best practices here that I know aren't followed. Dad ought to be communicating with mom. Dad ought to be saying, hey, mom, I know you don't have this. I know, ladies, you guys go through something different, but our son, I have to take the lead here. You don't know this. You don't know this road. He won't listen to you in any case. You're a woman. You can't understand this. Not viscerally, but you have to understand my words enough, and you have to trust me enough to know I got this, and I'm going to take the lead here. And it's going to be kind of scary, and you need to be okay with scary. Because if you're not, if you hover, if you henpeck, if you cut him off, if you emasculate him, he will become the man that you hate. The men that society hates right now are the consequence of this, of the consequence of getting this stuff wrong. All of it. You got to do all of it. The guys that everybody claims, we need more of this. We need the guys who are this. We need guys who will stand up, who will stand up for what's right, who will speak up, who will speak out, who will defend, who will protect, who will be a go-getter, who will, whatever, be a man of integrity, you name it. Whatever qualities you say, wow, we need more men who have this. They don't got them, because the masculine journey that I have so far described in these many past Fridays now has been overlooked, ignored, poo-pooed, totally dismissed by, well, angry feminists in particular, and overprotective moms, and a lot of single moms, incidentally. And this is not the fault of single moms who are doing their best, but that's why I said dad needs to be there. He needs to have a guy. He must. Now, it doesn't need to be biological dad. It doesn't have to be, I understand, broken homes and abusive relationships. I get all that. But he does need a guy. He does need a mentor. I said during those series, my mentors were not my dad. My dad was very busy trying to put food on the table for 5 kids. Okay, so I didn't get a ton of time with my dad, especially during these years. But I did have mentors. Different guys. Former Marines, former and retired Marines that I looked up to, that I got to ask questions, that shaped, that honed me, that pushed me. He needs that. Your son needs that. So there's a ton of single moms out there who are doing their best, and that is, wow, amazing. But doing your best has to include finding a way to have time for him and a dude. For him to sit at the feet of, to learn from, to watch, to model himself after. Doing your best can't just be, like, you can do good, but the best means best case scenario, best practices. And if biological dad's not around for whatever reason, if dad's not around, if maybe you adopt or whatever it is, okay, if dad's not around for whatever reason, he needs a guy. Now, I'm not saying run out and get married, and I'm not saying run out and get some guy attach yourself to and say, all right, you're going to chaperone my son now. Like, no. But you do need a guy around. The kid needs it. So best practices for single mom, find a guy. Not, again, necessarily for yourself, but, yeah. I can't hear answer me. Is he raiding? Is who raiding? Oh my gosh. Cakes, troublemaker. What are you doing? What are you doing, Cakes? Are you ending? Don't be ending. She says I can't hear. I'm gonna wave. Hi, Cakes. Maybe she can read my lips. Maybe. Hi, Cakes. Oh, hi. She's gonna type over in her chat, don't mind me. Oi. Oi. Boys need to be hurt a little bit, learn how to navigate the world and their space. Kids need a little bit of danger. Absolutely, Sam. Well put, and much more succinct than me. They want the old school men from the pre-hippie days. Correct, Commodore, it's true. Is he raiding? Let's not, she's not getting answers. Who raiding? No raiding. Who, we're being very sneak. I can't hear her. All I see her is her being exasperated over there. She wants to know if I can be raided. I'm pretty sure she wants to raid me. That's very friggin' sweet. Unbelievable. Not raiding out, but no, she wants to know if I'm accepting raids. I think is what she's asking. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. But my plan was to end relatively soon. By way of answering her question, I'm gonna see what's going on. Hang on, we're gonna go down. We're gonna go do a dive here. We're gonna go see what she's up to. Let's see what's going on. Okay. This fabulous Goyle. Except I'm ending soon-ish. Also, how do you know I... Oh my god, oh my... Boo! Troublemaker. Alright, we're being raided. We're being raided, y'all, and it's happening. There's a countdown and everything. It's all, oh my god. Gang, I'm gonna say all this stuff right now. We're gonna do shout outs. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do the shout outs for Cakes. Okay, if you guys don't know Cakes, shout out at Cakes. I've got it ready to go. Look, it's just gonna sit right here. Just gonna sit. We're just gonna sit right here, you guys. We're gonna wait. Everybody just, you guys can all type in, like, welcome raiders, just like, or something, and have a message just ready to rock and roll. So you can just hit slam and send the moment they get here. Boom. It'd be like a reverse raid message. You said it in Talk 173, you ask a quotation. If you were going the wrong way, the track you build, and you have to go back, and you use the train and track. My question is, what kind of train is it? Steam? Why? Why does the train type matter? That's the part I don't get. I can't tell if this is a joke, Retro. It's because chat is unworthy of you guys. The chat, I can't read your syntax. I don't know if this is sarcasm. Just listening to you, Marine, of what you just spoke about. Pretty speaking about my nephew. 26, severely stunted. Yep. It's very common, unfortunately. Very, very, very common. And so there's a lot of ladies out there who are like, where are all the good men? Fewer and farther between, I fear. Fewer and farther between. All right, unbelievable. Oh, Cakes. This fabulous human right here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cakes. Okay? The Cakes. Don't get it twisted. All right? Don't get it twisted. I saw someone earlier on Twitch whose name was Cupcakes or something like that. One of you rated them. One of you rated somebody named Cupcake. And I was like, Impasta. Impasta is what that is. No. We're talking about the Cakes, y'all. Okay? The Cakes. Don't get it twisted. This one. This Goyle. This fabulous human. It's crazy. Alec, how you doing? Good to see you. Silent, welcome. Testy. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure. Making sure my lurks are current now. We put friends before frames. You guys know this. Very important. We don't put me. We don't raid me and leave a tab open. That's madness. Madness. So we won't have it. We won't stand for it. Cakes, Havoc, how'd your stream go? You want to give us a little gremlin Zell promo there? You want to tell us the stuff? Tell us the things? I'd be grateful. We'll make sure we still got Tommy pulled up. This fabulous fella that Cakes introduced us to. But Cakes, community, how is you doing? Hope the weekend's eve finds you well. You guys doing all right? Everybody going, how'd the stream go? Doing very good, Testy. Yo, woo, we are wooing. It's great. Are we woo girls? Is that what's going on, Testy? Hell yes. Woo girls. Testy, tell me you know that reference. You know woo girls, right? We've talked about this on stream before, but I don't know that you were there for it, my dude. You know woo girls, right? You know the woo girls. You know it. Gang, if you don't know Cakes, you should go check out Cakes. You should indulge me. Go give her a look-see. She's a besto friendo. And if you're lucky, she may be... Well, she'll be in fine form no matter what. But what kind of form? It'll either be like the fine form of being a hot dog or the final form of being in leopard print. You might get the rare combo where she is both a hot dog and wearing leopard print sunglasses. Very rare. Very rare. Keep an eye out for it though, okay? Keep an eye out for it. It's like a comet. We're gonna pass by only so many hundreds of years, so you gotta see it with your own two eyes if you can. Pictures don't do it justice, okay? Pictures don't do it justice. You gotta see the thing live in real time. Everybody went and did the eclipse stuff. I'm like, I've seen the pictures. They're like, no, Gus, no. This is the same, okay? This is the same. So, Cakes, very good to have you. I hope you're well. I'm grateful. Yes, tonight is a Just Chatting. Grateful to have you in. Means a lot. A heck of a lot. We was just chatting about some serious stuff. But yeah, there's no lecture tonight. There's no structure to it. I was going to end fairly early tonight. But, I also like you guys a lot and I want to hang out. We definitely weren't talking about coffee enemas. That's good, Silent. That's good. So you weren't talking about that. What were you talking about? Yap! Hello, Yap! It's good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. How's you, huh? Squirrel! Hi, Squirrel! Welcome. Welcome. Room to talk, cafe latte enemas. I see, now I'm getting the feeling, Silent, that this may be something you guys talked about. That's two. That's two of you. So I'm not, like to know the type of train when I go down the track. I don't know, Retro. I'm not super familiar, but I'm going to go ahead and guess diesel. I'm going to guess diesel, okay? That's my, I don't know. Coal-fired? Pick diesel or coal-fired? That's what we're doing. I don't know. Cake Raid, hello, Jove, by Jove, by Jove. How's you? How's the time zones treating you guys, huh? Remember my favorite streamer, Cupcake Shitstorm. She was the most beautiful, funny, kindest person in the world. But she streams no more, sadly. I got you, Alec, I got you. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. I don't know if we're mixing up people, though, because a lot of those adjectives fit. I don't know. Are you sure it was, like, the Cupcake Shitstorm? Because I remember this Goyle, okay? But one of your adjectives, kindest, I'm not sure that she would appreciate being called kind. The rest of the stuff, yeah, game on gamer. Kind, though, it's not exactly what she's been going for. You know, same thing. I haven't seen her in ages. She hasn't streamed in forever. That particular storm. But yeah, I don't know. We talking about the same person? Maybe similar name. Maybe similar name? I don't know. What do you even want? It was a long night. I know the reference. I know several Woo girls as well. Hell yeah, Testy! That's so exciting. That's so exciting. As for the sales pitch, no, the sales pitch is, you guys, Cakes is friendo. Go check out Cakes. She's very fun. And she's also like a ride or die. I'd say when I think of somebody who is fiercely loyal, you guys, fiercely loyal, Cakes comes to mind. Cakes is someone, like, if Cakes is in your corner, that's great. If she's in someone else's corner and you're the enemy, this is where the kind thing, you know, be wary. But if she's in your corner, you'll have, there is hard to find a friend as faithful and loyal as Cakes. She takes friendship seriously. Like, don't burn her or she'll kill you. You know, she'll bury you under the pavement. It's a lot of work, but you know, it's possible. But yeah, Cakes is great. So take my word for it. Go give her a look-see. You do me kindness. When are you streaming next, Cakes? When are you streaming so that we can so that when people can do their proper real vibe checks? When are we doing it? When we doing it, if you wear eclipse glasses, you will see her aura. See her aura. Planning a noir movie. Oh, part for you. Are you in? Are you gonna film a noir movie? I'm not in.
As far back as I
Squirrel!
can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Squirrel, I'm grateful as heck for the follow. I take follows very seriously. I aim to earn it. I'm very behind on chat. Apologies, you know this. You see where I am. You hear I'm like, you're like, he's up there. He's up there. He's very slow, but he's working very hard. Thank you for the follow. I aim to earn it. From the silly to the serious and all the stuff in between. Welcome to the life. It's good to have you in. I'm not an actor is the answer to that question, Yap. I'm not an actor. I don't like it. I'm not a creative sort. I'm not clever. I'm not fun. I'm not fun. I'm not fun. So I was asked to be in a student film once upon a time, and I did it. Never again. Never again. Plus, none of you will ever see that film because it was from like college, and it's like dead somewhere. Someone has a hard copy. So like if I ever like, I guess like became famous, or infamous, if mine became a popular face, maybe that video would resurface somewhere, but I'd have to like get famous first. So I guess if you guys want to see that, you guys are gonna have to like follow me on Twitch, follow me on Rumble, follow me on YouTube, and we have to get my face out there so that like my enemies decide that this is something that they need to do. I don't know. I'm pretty confident in like my life and where I've been and what I've done, except for that movie. So, you know, it could be the one thing that undoes me. We won't know, though, unless you guys, like, you know, follow on the stuff, join the Mafia Community Discord, get plugged in on Wednesdays so that you can get together with the community groups that happen every week, the CNRs, the Cosa Nostra Rendezvous, you know, stuff like that. You gotta do it all. Gotta do it all. That's the only way. The only way you'll ever see that film. It's the only one. Sire, thank you for the lurk, my friend. I hope your stream went well. I see that you just ended. I hope that it was a good time, my dude. I always appreciate your bandwidth, sir. Yes, I do. Oh yeah, you and me making a movie. Oh my, but no, noir movie? No. We might have. I don't know, Silent. I don't know. Yeah, I'm leaning toward it. Science of how caffeine can penetrate the colon, pun may be intended, thus giving you a stronger jolt of energy. Huh? Isn't there a South Park episode about this? Isn't there a whole South Park episode about that from like 50 years ago? I've seen like 5 South Park episodes of all time, and that's one of them. Full of leopard print. That's what we were talking about. I thought so. She's still on TikTok. Is she? Wow. Hey, she kind, but she real. The kindest ever. I was forced to say this. Held against my will. We were exploring the possibility that due to rectal sensitivity being higher than other areas of the body, iced coffee beverage delivered to the area cause potential hypothermia. Lowering the core body temperature, perhaps, Squirrel, but it would have to be like prolonged exposure. You have to be prolonged exposure to that cold, because otherwise your body will try to equal it out. So I'm given to understand that this would be like a flushing sort of deal. It'd have to be like an ongoing flushing sort of deal, because your body will otherwise equalize. But in order to get hypothermia, you've got to drop the core body temperature by several degrees. So you'd have to be like stationary, and it'd have to go on for a long time. Hashtag not a doctor. Cakes is very fiercely loyal. Fiercely defensive of her friends. Yeah, exactly, Testy. Professional disappointment, too. I know it. I saw it. It's true of each of us, you guys. Disappointment us all. We share this. We have this in common. Very good. Say it on her stream? Who say it on her stream? What? Whenever I don't take it too serious. You're in the movie. We are co-stars. Oh my gosh. Hi, Ivana. It's good to see you. Hot Pride's working at the hospital tonight, but I will pass it along. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Coming over there. You're coming over here? All right. Come on over. Rover. Just stay in a nicer part of town, okay? Not where you were. We're over on the other side of town. Don't stay there. Someone has a hard copy. I think what you know, type of college film at Squirrel. Most people didn't pick up on that, Squirrel. Most people, but not you. Not you, Squirrel. You're the observant sort of mammal, aren't you? The observant tree rodent. That's it, yeah. Squirrel, I see you. That's something. That's some high IQ. That's a high IQ squirrel, y'all. Keep an eye on that particular mammal. That one, this one. Not the genre. Keep an eye on this particular squirrel. Might eat all of the plants and all of your yard stuff and destroy everything you love, but insightful. Any publicity is good publicity. Wow. Don't buy into the lie, Alec. Don't do it. Thank you for dropping links, Retro. I appreciate all of you guys dropping links. You would do noir really well. We already know how awesome you look in black and white with totally real, not drawn on mustache. That was, oh dude, Testy, her mustache is great. Great. And she looks really great in like purple too. Like purple with yellow. Like purple and black with a little bit of yellow. And you guys should see her mustache. It's great. She's got a hat. It's like a whole to-do. You should see about that. You can't back out. We are besties. I didn't know I was into something. So backing out involves that I was once in. I'm tied to the train track. Oh my god. That's tough. Save you over them kids though. That's right. It's either Testy or the pack of children who are playing on the train tracks, right? Question that nobody asks is, why the heck are those kids playing on the train track? Am I right, Cakes? What are they doing down there? Bunch of low IQ, like shallow gene pool kids? Is that what's going on? Seems so. Not to jump to conclusions, but what are they doing on the train tracks? I'm just saying. I'm just super saying, y'all. But that's none of my business. That's none of my business. Indeed, inserting cold or warm things rectally has to be done safely and for a long time. Allegedly. Yeah. Hashtag not a doctor. There you go, Silly. Tell him, Silly. Silly, it's good to see you. Hello. How's you? At the very least, I expect a runny butt. You definitely get that. I suspect you'd get that. It's true. Plus, the other question to do with this, like, now that we're, like, in this, the other question for you, Squirrel et al., okay, like, Silent, you're in on this too, all right? I'm hearing from the several folks. Drinking coffee, ingesting coffee the proper direction, I guess proper would be debatable in the case of this, in the typical fashion, gives you the poops, right? You gotta poop, usually, when you got coffee. It has I forget what the thing is that's in it, some sort of compound that's in coffee that often stimulates having to go poop, okay? Everybody poops. As read by Bryan Cranston. Look it up, you'll crack up. Hashtag not sponsored. That makes you poop. So what is the effect going the other way? No effect? Do you have to poop more? Does it still make you poop just the same? Is that something that has to be picked up? I believe, probably my guess is the compound has to go through your intestinal tract in order to be absorbed and then have that effect. And so if you're doing it in reverse, you would not have that, and therefore you don't get the poops as a result. So if you're trying to use this trick to stay regular, you're out of luck. You're out of luck. If you're trying to use it to get hypothermia as like some sort of suicide, I also don't recommend. It's probably bad methods. Yep. I don't know. Don't know if I'm flattered or afraid. Be both. Porque no los dos, Testy. Purple with a stash. I'd do great in Frosty the Snowman. That's right. You would. She looked pretty great in leopard print. Actual facts. It's true. Pin this, mods. Oy, their fault. That's... listen, I wasn't going to be the one to say it, Cakes, but... Darwin? Darwin? Guy wasn't all wrong. He was wrong about a lot. Guy wasn't all wrong. We should question their motivation on the train tracks. Plenty of young teens have actively tried to derail trains, and sometimes succeeded. Did you know this, Silly? I just learned a statistic where I want to say it's 4 or 5. It's something like that. It's either one of the other because it's an average. On average, 4 or 5, I can't remember which it is. It might be 6, but it's a number like that, okay? Indians, the country India, are hit by moving trains per day in India. Hit by moving trains. 4, 5, or 6. It's something like, someone could look this up. It's a statistic that exists. Like, their country has this. Like, in the States, it's like, this many car accidents happen per day. This many fatal car wrecks happen per day. Like, you can find that information for your state, right? Very often, a state will be like, we have an initiative for seatbelts where we want to reduce that number to 0, whatever, right? Like, the statistics are known for car crashes. The statistics in India are, this number of people are hit by moving trains every day in the country of India. Again, I'm not... Darwin got a lot of things wrong, but... Why are we getting hit by trains? I'm just saying. Rite of passage? How many times have you been hit by a train? Never? Nerd. Maybe. I don't know. Cultural differences? I don't know. They do need saving, or does the train need saving from them? Oh, I see, Silly. We flipped the script. I see it. We're back to scripts now. I don't do the movie stuff, though. Lego! Hello, Lego. Welcome on in. It's very good to have you. How think you doing, huh? How you doing? Welcome. What did I come back to? A continuation of whatever it is you were doing, Lego. That's where we've picked right back up. Welcome in. A pleasure to have you. Pleasure indeed. It's likely harmful for your bowels. Probably. I don't know. Feel like you'd more. Oh, well... I don't know if it'd be the same stimulus. That's the question, Silent. Is it the result of the coffee? I guess I should have been clearer. You're exactly right, Silent. I appreciate you clarifying. Is it because of the coffee, or is it because of the enema? So, you know. Miralax sponsor, let's go. Working on a presentation for Propa Beta Care. Hell yes, Sam. You gonna do a YouTube video for it? Nice. It's best to have 2 males in the same tank. Yeah, Squirrel. Right. Feel like I'm out of the loop on everything. Well, Retro, the thing is, most are. Caffeine via oral route makes you poop. Caffeine via rectal route makes you throw up. Oh, it's been decided. I'm sort of a doctor. I know about veterinary things. What? Listen, hashtag not a doctor, right? But Testy, I don't know it. Jim! Hello, Jim! It's good to see you. Welcome back. Is that religious? JC? That's just chatting. That is Twitch speak for just chatting. Not religious. And hello, I'm backwards. It's good to see you. Hello. How's you? How's it treating you? The time zones and all of that. Welcome. Trotsky! Hello, Trotsky. It's 7. Hello, my friend. How is you? Okay, hang on. We gotta call out Trotsky when we see him. Trosky. We don't get to see that dude very often. He's very sneaky fellow, but we have a command for that guy. Because he's one of the top tier supporters of this whole project. And any business that we get up to, including here, solving about coffee problems and trains and all the world's problems that we are here now solving, yous and I's, together's gang, is at least in no small part because of Sir Trosky here. And cakes, incidentally. Like the fabulous humans who make the wheels on this bus go round. Good to see you, Trosky. Good to see you. Like with most things, don't stick it up your butt. Doing things with your intestines is generally ill-advised since the gut microbiome and the coating of the intestines aren't used to certain types of fluids. Yes. The microbiome. I'm telling you, like that's the frontier of science still. You know this. You know it. That's what I was going to say, Squirrel. Seems like Testy knows stuff. I'm saying I'm barely a doctor because of those credentials. I've only ever experimented with caffeine suppository. I see. In my free time. Right. In his free time. Not for professional stuff. He doesn't have certifications for it. I know 2 separate people in the US who were killed by trains. Don't train hop. Seriously, Lego? That's nuts. I live in the Netherlands, which is basically the child-safe area of the world. It's very hard to get a Darwin Award here, comparative to other regions. Fair enough, silly. Fair enough. It's also kind of common in small towns, cut in half by train tracks. Chico is one. Few people each year are killed. In Chico, California? Really? I didn't know that. I did not know that, Lego. I've been to Chico. Wait, have I been to Chico? Have I passed through Chico? I don't know. I've been to Reading. It's like, did I have to pass through Chico to get there? I don't know, whatever. I know where it is. Got a friend who went to school there. Even then, statistics might not be taken for most train hitting. Has it so much people in big territory? Oh, yeah. I'm sure that it's like somewhat inaccurate, Yap. Also, it's good to see you over on Rumble, Yap. For those of you who are here, by the way, it's a pleasure to make the acquaintance of each of you with whom I have not yet been able. I'm multi-streaming. I'm on Rumble, Twitch, YouTube. I mentioned that before. Yeah. So thank you guys for following over there. There's also a sub, by the way. If you guys don't have a sub on Rumble, there's a free gifted waiting for you. You can make an account. It just needs a username and a password. All the rest of it you don't need unless you're like a content creator and you want to fill out the tax forms to get paid. Don't bother with any of that. Username, password to make a Rumble account. And then, yeah, if you just say something over in chat, you'll pick up a gifted sub that's been floating around for some of the stream.
I work my whole life. I don't apologize to take care of my family.
Trosky!
And I refuse.
All right, there are 6.
Ooh. Dancing on the string held by all those big shots.
There are 6 gifted subs floating around on Rumble. So you just got to go say something in chat, okay? Just go say something in Rumble chat, anything. It could be about coffee. It could be about trains. It could be about Testy. And you'll pick up a sub over on Rumbleland. I don't know. Trosky, thank you, my friend. You actual troublemaker. Actual troublemaker, this fella. Man. We can get hit by a bus randomly at any time. That's why there's a phrase for it. It's true, Jim. It's true. You're correct about this one. Correct. I'd say from the enema. Silent. I'm going to say yes. I would also say from the enema, Silent. Lego's like, yes, both. Okay, it says that every hour, 2 people die by falling off of or being hit by a train. UP clocks? UP. Clocks approximately 6 per day get hit by a train. UP. I don't know what this is an acronym for. I'm sorry. Trosky knows things. Hashtag not really. Hashtag not even remotely a doctor. I'm, Testy, very proud of my credentials. I am hashtag kind of a doctor adjacent. Hashtag kind of a doctor adjacent. And that's because Hot Bride is now, as of a couple months ago, a registered nurse. She passed her NCLEX. She is now a practicing nurse at a hospital. I get the RN after her name, all of that stuff. So she's hashtag kind of a doctor. Hashtag kind of a doctor. And so I am hashtag kind of a doctor adjacent. You see, I'm very proud of it. It's a lot of like, you have to like write quite a lot after my signature on basically everything. But I'd say it's worth it. It intimidates people. Like, people don't want to respect your opinion. Now they will. You have a whole hashtag after your name. A long one to boot. So, it ain't nothing. I'm just saying. Just super saying. Hello back. Just listening now. Hell yeah. I'm catching up on chat. I'm sorry. I'm so far behind. Chico, California. Fun town. Lots of character. Yeah, lots of character. That's what I hear. The train in my hometown is always stopped because someone jumped in front of it. It's really sad. Really? Gosh. Y'all, stop. Stop jumping in front of trains. Stop it. Everything in California is fun. Is it? Is it though? How about them property taxes? How about that cost of anything from PG&E? How about any of that stuff? How about having to have fire insurance? Ooh. I grew up in California for a long part of my childhood, and never again. I'll never live in California again. Now I live in Nevada, which is getting worse by the year because all of the Californians who move here. But yeah, I'm a Nevadan, and I've been here for much longer than I've ever lived in California at this point. And yeah, I'll never go back to California. It's beautiful, but they've somehow managed to take the best, most beautiful part of the country and bankrupt it. And that is not found in nature. That is sorely the result of absolutely terrible policy. So, California, I guess, continue to burn in hell like you insist on doing with your lack of forest management. And Sierra Club, you're right at the front of the burn in hell group. If you'd kindly, okay? Would you kindly jump out and fight the fires, forest fires, Sierra Club, that you insist on not preventing? Go ahead. Good. Some of you are like, what the hell are you talking about? If you don't know about California, don't worry. Don't fret about it. It's too much. It's too much. Already have it. Yes, you do, yep. Yes, you do. Anyways, don't release me into another part of the world. Instant Darwin Award when finding a spider, snake, or other creature. Oh, no. Since none of them are dangerous here. I do not have any type of arachnophobic or I don't know this word. Ophidiophobic response. Huh. Interesting. I suspect the most dangerous way to get killed by an animal over here is by harassing a cow so much that it eventually kicks you. Don't put it past the Dutch. Don't put it past the Dutch to irritate a cow. Oi. 07's Trotsky, troublemaker. Uttar Pradesh. I assume it's the Indian train organization. Oh, no, yeah, no idea. Okay, good to know. Bullet train enema. Oh my gosh, last one you'll ever get. But boy, what a way to go out. Oh yeah. To clear my reputation, you can't give horses caffeine. However, xylazine is an acceptable stimulant for horses, and don't quote me on this. It can be suppository, but it's not usually. It's an injection usually. Try to give a horse a suppository, and you'll find out why injection is preferred. Hey, Testy, that's kind of what Silly was talking about. You irritate the livestock enough, you irritate the farm animals enough, and you get kicked and die. That's how you go. Right there was what Silly said. Right there. Congrats to her. Lots of work. It was a lot of work, Lego. It was a lot. I'm so proud of her. I'm glad she's done. It was an accelerated course too. It was an 18-month course. So her workload was unbelievable. I can't believe she didn't die. I'm so heckin' proud of her. She's great. Tough as nails. What I'm saying is, suppository stimulants are plausible in veterinary medicine. I see you, doctor. I see you. Hashtag sort of a doctor. Sort of a horse doctor. Horse whisperer. Horse whisperer. I see you, I see you. Maybe. We also support most red states with our income taxes, but that's all I'll say about that. No. It's, income taxes. Oof. No thank you. I don't have income taxes over here. No income taxes. No thank you. No thank you. Not Nevada. What is it called? Mad cow. Translates to crazy cows. Oh. Do not ridicule us Dutch. I did not. What do you mean? I was saying that you guys are brave. That you're gonna fearlessly go to the most dangerous animal that you described. The most dangerous situation. That y'all are that fearless in the face of it. You're like, we don't got these other things. So what do? You step up to the cow. What? The most dangerous situation? Make fun of? Far from it. Far from it, friendo. Unbelievable. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I was unclear, but no. No, I put my foot down here. I wouldn't say such a thing. Ridiculous. About the Dutch. The cow. No. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Unglaublich. Unglaublich. Love our cheese too much for risk. harassing a supplier of ingredients for the Gouda. I'd surely be irritated. Yeah, Testy, probably. Probably. Never heard that. Never heard of mad cow disease. I've heard of mad cows. Same. Don't go anywhere near me with a tush tablet. A tush tablet. You alliterated it? Testy. You alliterated it? Hat tip to you. A hat tip to you. Look, we have a whole hat tip. We have a whole hat tip just for you. Look at that. Right over here. Right on the side. Look. That's for you, Testy. I love alliteration. You've gone and done me a kindness by incorporating this into my evening. Look, that hat tip right there. That whole fedora. That's you, sir. That's you. Make sure the tush tablet has a flared base. Hashtag not a doctor. Wow. There's a lot of hashtags tonight. A lot of hashtags. Wife is Mexican, so I get all sorts of useless facts. They're my forte. I made it, Gail! Hello, Gail. It's very good to see you. How you doing, Crisp? Huh? How's your weekend's eve treating you okay? You've caught me nearing an end, actually. I'm going to round out a little bit early here tonight. My schedule, I was explaining this earlier, you guys. I'm on a different sleep schedule, not a different streaming schedule. But my sleep schedule, I'm flipping my sleep schedule to like be more on nights for when the hot bride is around. And I'm trying to stay on that. And so I've been sort of moving my sleep schedule over. And that means that all my chores have to get done in the middle of the night. And that's no exception tonight. I actually have plant chores to do. And I had to do all the plant chores before bed. So, because Hot Bride took off, went straight to work today, and I was working all day. And so it's like, I gotta do the plant chores. I didn't get a chance to do this morning. So I gotta do them now. So I'm gonna do those. It's a whole thing. It may or may not have been time stable on Rump. Oh, the timestamp. I appreciate that. The timestamp's on Rumble. Very cool. We love it. Monsieur Godfather. I misunderstood. Yeah. I'm glad that I could make myself understood, silly. I apologize for any confusion, but nay. Them's fighting words. If someone is gonna come twixt me and the courageous Dutch. No. The daring Dutch. That's right. We alliterated it like Testy. The daring Dutch. Them's fighting words. I won't abide. I won't abide. The dude abides. I don't. I won't abide. I won't do it. So, sorry, I get my hackles up. Silly. I'm prickly about it. I get defensive about it. The daring Danes and the daring Dutch. The both, I mean, I guess if I'm going to alliterate the Danes, it'd be the drunk Danes. But, similar. Because one, inhibitions and therefore fearlessness, the result is the same. The fuel is different. You know what I'm saying? This is nuts. Doing okay. Good. I'm glad to have you in. Was wondering about you, Crisp. Wondering about you. All the respect to you for doing that. Well, I'm trying. I want to see more of her. Yep, I love her to pieces. She's great. She's the best. So, yeah, I want to align my schedule more with her. It helps her stay up at night too when I'm around, because she's not flip-flopping her sleep schedule between like days on, days off. And so I'm just trying to be as supportive to her as possible. And that's one of the benefits, incidentally, of me doing this, is that I get to be more present. I get to be more flexible with what my day looks like. Did that? Oh! Trotsky? You troublemaker? You troublemaker? Thank you for all you do, good sir. You're a scholar and a gentleman. Have a great night when you finish your stream. I, sir, must get some sleep. Am tired from work. Thank you, Trotsky. This fella. Thank you, my friend. I don't deserve it. But I'm grateful. I hope to earn it. I hope to someday be the type of man that's worthy of such kindness, Trotsky. Not gonna lie, only poetic when I'm talking about nonsense. I'm in no way clever, unless the subject is total nonsense. Explain to me cowboy poetry, Testify. Tell me, Testy. Explain to me cowboy poetry. It's a thing in Nevada. I don't know. There's cowboy like rodeo poetry stuff. Poetry nights out under the stars. It's a whole thing. Just saying. Just super saying. That's not nonsense. At least they're fun chores. I concur, Crisp. I concur. It's a little harder to do at night. Usually when the sunlight is hitting them, I can see pests a little bit easier. In this way, it's easier with like a flashlight. I can see pests if I'm checking for pests on the plants, but yeah, it's a give and take. Look at that toothpick. Toothpick. Oh, the toothpick. I don't know where. I got a toothpick. It's true. The daring Dutch, the cannibalistic Dutch. Oh, who are willing to eat their prime minister. Oh, I am. We take hashtag eat the rich literally. You guys ate your prime minister? I mean, there aren't that many of those. Aren't prime ministers like endangered? And if you eat one, doesn't that make it even less likely that there will be more? Because they're not going to propagate? They're not going to reproduce? That's interesting, silly. It seems, I don't think it's overly fatalistic of me to say that. I think it's a non-sustainable practice. It's not sustainable, that practice. Double dare you, Dutch dingo. Squirrel. Not only are you observant, but also alliterative. Crazy. This learned squirrel. Squirrel, I'm grateful to have you in on this thing. You've followed, you're in this mess now with us. You're here in the Mafia, doing the Mafia life. It means a heck of a lot. A heck of a lot to have such an intellectual critter amongst us. Counted amongst our numbers. The Danes would agree, since most Northern European countries agree that the Danes sound like they're Dutch with a potato in their mouth. Very good. I mean drunk, not Dutch. Yep, I know what you meant. Same. Though drunk and Dutch. The overlap is real. Wondering, why is that? We were talking about Wednesdays, Crisp. We were talking about Wednesdays. And I was like, this past one, I loved Wednesday. Wednesday with you guys was super great. All of you guys, all the different crews. Wednesday was like, this past one was one of the best Wednesdays I've ever had. One of the best rendezvous days that I've ever had. And you're part of that. You're part of the reason. I got to talk about you specifically with the hot bride. I was, she doesn't know everybody, but I said, I'm just really encouraged. That's all. Really encouraged. You were brave. And that's really, really cool. That's all. I just want to celebrate you. I just want to celebrate bravery wherever it's to be found. And I got to see it on Wednesday. So, Wednesday was a big to-do to me. That's why I was wondering about you. Nothing untoward. I don't hear sound at all. I can hear you talk. Well, you didn't hear the alert sound, Retro? It didn't make the alert sound? Interesting. That's... Really? You didn't get that? You didn't hear the alert? Hang on. It should be on. The alert should have worked. We're going to do a test. We're going to have a follower here. Okay? We're going to have a follower. It's going to be Testify Music. There you go. You tell me if you can hear this. This alert.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Could you hear
As
that?
far back as I can remember, I always
Lego!
wanted to be a gangster.
Thank you, Lego. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. I aim to earn it. I aim to earn it. Again, I take follows very seriously. A little too... I don't think the Dutch would like me much. A little too cowboy on bikes. Lego. Johan de Witt and Cornelius. Cornelius. His brother was eaten, at least partially. Oh my gosh. Stop that. Don't eat each other. Poetry is very entertaining and calming when you're tired and there's no cell phone signal. So we write and consume poetry. Also just happens that we like to write about being cowboys. Right. That's not nonsense. That's not nonsense. I'm calling you out for being a cool kid. You can't deny. I mean, you can deny it, but you're wrong. Kind of like weeding. Not sustainable, but necessary for a healthy patch. Uh-huh. Kind of like weeding. Kind of like weeding, Lego. I've written some. None of it's terribly great. Pish posh. I have a book that is the collection of Rudyard Kipling's poems. Oh, look at you being all sorts of learned. More than me. It really was. I'm so grateful. I'm the grateful one, Crisp. I'm the grateful one. Nope, you couldn't hear that. Also, I have a lot of Waddle Mitchell's poems. Waddy Mitchell? I don't know this one. I don't know poetry, Testy. I talked about this last week. If you guys missed the Gus talk from last Friday, it wasn't a just chatting stream. It was a lecture. And it was good. I'd say it's one of the best talks that I've put together. I'm pretty proud of that one. But I had to own up to a lot of my shortcomings. I owned up to a lot of the stuff that I lack, and some of it is the creativity. A lot of it is. I'm a very boring person. I'm very unfun. I'm not boring. I'm unfun. I'm like anti-fun. I'm a buzzkill. And I had to own up to quite a bit of that. And I talked through a lot of that in Friday's lecture. So I encourage you guys to go check it out. But I mean, you have to watch the whole series. I watched the whole series. It was designed, I've worked very, very hard. I've put in no small amount of number of hours to try to make something worthy of you guys. And so the Masculine Journey series has been a good one. Honored and happy now that the hot bride knows me. I'm famous. She does know you, Chris. She does know you. The name is now in her mental Rolodex. What's funny is there's probably 50% of people don't know what a Rolodex is. That's like before my time even, Rolodexes. But I knew the word and it makes sense to use it in this context. So I don't know anybody who had a Rolodex, but at some point that phrase is going to mean nothing. I don't know. Saw it pop up, never hear sounds. Did anybody else hear the alert sounds? Could anybody else hear those? Yes, I can hear it. You could hear that. Something gangster. Yeah, okay. It's for as long as I can remember. I always wanted to be a gangster. Yeah, had to. I appreciate it, Lego. I don't know that you had to, but again, I'm grateful. I take those seriously. Didn't hear the donation one. If you can test the dono one, that'd be great. All right. I got the bot. I can test it all, baby. Let's go. Let's see. We'll do it from Lego, okay? Lego. The message is, this is only a test. I say again. This is only
As
a
far
test.
back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Random. I'm grateful for the follow. Again, I take it very seriously. I am doing it. What the heck? To what try only plays your? How the heck? Oh my word. Let's see. We'll do this. There you go. There goes the test. It is on its way, Retro. Let's see if you hear it. Oh, it's really quiet. It works. It's just really quiet. Yeah, that one fires off. It's just quiet. I will have to change the sound of that. I heard it. I don't know. Random. Talk about the Rolodex. The Rolodex. It was a business card thing. I think. I'm pretty sure I'm getting this correctly. It was like a 3-ring binder or something, but you had business cards on it, I think. And you flipped them. Like you could flip through them to be like, if you had like a bajillion business cards, you could like, it's basically a 3-ring binder, but it was like the size of a business card. I think that's what a Rolodex is. Someone can tell me if I'm wrong. I could be embarrassingly wrong. I don't know. But it's good to have you in, Random. To what other place you were? How'd you find our humble little corner of the interwebs? Did you come along with cakes? Did you come along with these fabulous humans? Were you two talking about coffee in places where coffee ought not be? It's good to have you. Good to have you. If it's not nonsense, but it's not very witty either, isn't it? More of a modern Western. I see. The masculine. It's gonna be the masculine journey. I think it's the whole thing. I heard the alert sounds. Thank you, Thump. I appreciate you. I heard them. Thank you, Crisp. Yeah. I don't know. Had a cop whip out a Rolodex one time. Don't go to Texas if you don't like being pulled over. Oh. Or if you like not being pulled over. They double negative. Very good. We got it. No sound at all. It's very quiet. Okay, I'll turn it up. I know what a Rolodex is. Okay. We know what Pokédexes are. Yeah, baby. Yeah, we do, Chris. I do know what a Pokédex is. That's true. Talk about Dexter. What you doing? Pikachu. It is. The voice. Okay. I don't remember them exactly. I can't picture them in my brain. But I remember in the Pokemon the original series, I thought that the voice was just fine. For Dexter, or for the Dex, the Pokédex thing, whatever. Did it have a name? Was it called Dexter? I can't remember. Anyways, I remember the sort of the mechanical voice for the Pokédex, and I remember thinking, yeah, this is fine. And the ones that came in seasons after, I hated. One of them in particular, it made me angry. And I'm like, I can't recall it off the top of my head, but I do remember not liking it. I do remember not liking whatever they made the noise, whatever they made the voices do. So, and I'll go to Texas without a green card. Free vacation to El Salvador. Hey, there you go, baby. There you go, Random. You could do it. It's true. Free vacay. It was called Pokédex. Right, but did he ever call it like Dex or something like that? Did it have a nickname? Like, was it named? I don't know if it was named, actually, now that I think about this. I'm not sure. Anyways. Alright, gang. I'm actually going to pack up shop. We're going to do it. I'm going to pack up shop. We're going to end some things tonight. I got plant chores to get to. I got to do it. So yeah, I'm grateful to all of you who are here. Again, follow on Rumble, follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, all the stuff. I'm working again on that very fun Hot Ones challenge. We're working on the edit for that of Baby Gus, Baby Streamer Gus. That's why there haven't been any YouTube uploads, because we're working on a very special project right now. Very special indeed. And it's taking a lot of time because it's really freaking complicated. But yes, thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate it. All the raids, the lovely humans, you. And yeah, the gifted subs, the tips. Thank you. In particular, I gotta pass along some gratitude to my public patrons. These are the folks who make these wheels indeed turn, okay? There's no ads on Twitch. You're not gonna see any ads on Twitch. That's also why there's no like emotes on Twitch, okay? I've got emotes on Rumble, just not on Twitch, because I didn't sign that terrible, objectively, legally terrible contract from Twitch. So there's no ads over there. Instead, I am brought to you by viewers like you, but not like PBS, where they, now, where they just take your taxpayer dollars and do it. Anyways, I'm brought to you by these fabulous humans in no small part. These are the folks who've taken their $5 a month support to the next level. So in particular, I have to express my gratitude to Aki, Bootless, Dano, Leanne, Ferret, Goose, Abby, Tink, Helly, Marty, May, Karma, Pre, Rick, Zen, Ryan, Sabrina, Tier, Mouse, Trotsky, Pell, Milk, CJ number 1, and Zen. Woo! Hell yeah. Thank you guys. Again, any good that comes from this project, from the silly to the serious, it can be traced right back to you. Thank you guys for the vote of confidence, the ongoing vote of confidence of bringing your people here with raids, of leaving a tab open with your bandwidth, and of, parting with your hard-won dollars to give this business a future. I'm grateful as heck for each of you. Grateful as heck. Now, my question is, who the heck would I raid on Rumble? I don't know, because I don't know anything about this category. So I was debating just trying to find somebody who was like gaming, because you guys know that I'm trying to like encourage the gaming scene on Rumble. But I also don't know who all's live over there. Oh, yes I do. Cook is live over there. Good raid Cook again. Good raid Cook. He's playing is this Warzone? I don't know what it is. Verdansk? What is Verdansk? I don't know what that means. Is that a place? Sounds like a place. It looks like Warzone. Warzone? I don't know. Some sort of COD game? I don't know things. I'm thinking we raid Cook on Rumble, and then we've got someone else to raid on Twitch. And that's someone else to raid on Twitch. I want to raid Doug. I haven't got to raid Doug, you guys. I don't think I've ever been able to raid him. He's going late. He's playing Dark Deception. I don't know what that is. But Doug's a keeper. He's a swell dude. Very nice. He's also entertaining. He does voices. He's pretty fun. So, introduce you to this fella. Oh yeah, there's the raid thing. Thank you very much. It's true. We got a raid message, y'all. It's that thing right over there. If you guys would kindly copy the raid message, drop it over there, let them know who sent you, I'd be grateful. Grateful as heck. No need to stick around. No need to follow, create artificial hype. You don't do any of that stuff. You do your own vibe checks. You're all adults. You decide for yourself. Is this someone that I want to stick around? If you want to stick around, stick around. If you don't, don't. Okay? If you want to follow, follow. If you don't want to follow, don't. You will have already done me and the Mafia community a kindness by going along and saying hi, showing some love, and then that's it. I'd be grateful. Grateful more than I already am. So yeah, I'm gonna primarily be doing raid and fade because I've got stuff to get to. I've got the chores and the stuff and the things. And those of you who are here right now get to see my brand spanking new transition scene. You know, Cakes has like the stream ending scene. I've never had those. Now I do. And so there's one at the beginning, and then this is sort of like they kind of go together. They got bookends. There's a matching pair. It's pretty fun. I like them. I like them a lot. Anyways, so we'll do that. We'll do that thing. I'm going to, let's see, copy this. Raid. Set up the raid on Rumble. So yes, we get to raid in both places, on Rumble and on Twitch. So, you know, if you got a tab for both, we'll raid in both places. We'll raid in both places. It's very good. Very good. Okay, we copy that. Get the raid going over here. Make sure I got the name correct. All right, so. Hell yeah, it's working. It's working. Okay, so here's the deal. Next stream, tomorrow night, less than 24 hours from now. We're going to be finishing Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, patron voted game. And then after that, we're starting up the Beginner's Guide, a game I've never played, another patron voted game that I've never seen. I don't know anything. I'm told go in blind, and by golly, I am going in blind. So, yep, we're doing that tomorrow night. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys there for that. Tuesday, we've got some Apex back at the mouth breathing. Very good. And next Friday, I should be having more of the seriousness. So thank you all again for being here. What does it look like? What will it look like in the days and weeks ahead of doing this hard mode business, this life in the Mafia thing? Will we actually finish the game tomorrow? What will we get into with this beginner's guide thing and stuff? Come and see. Come and see. And as ever, I will strive to see that it's a decision that you don't regret. In the meantime, I wish for you each marvelous evenings, mornings, wherever you be. And I will see you on the other side. Ready? I'm ready. We gotta do the stream ending. Boom! Yeah. Yeah. All right. Just gonna sit there for a second, and then off we go. 3, 2, 1, raid.